up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you too.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you whack. Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean then.
Gravy make a splash like Pippin. Shit that's nothing. Splash. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you from the backside of the moon. And we're having a day up here. Boy, I'll tell you what, I called this what I did tonight because I had just laughed my ass off when I saw. I told you this guy's an embarrassment, man. I told you this guy's an embarrassment, but it's just like comedy gold. It's comedy gold. He is just like Michael Scott in The fucking Office. He is exactly like that. As I'm going to show you here in a minute. Look at here backstage. I got Mr. B, man.
What's going on? Long location, secret location, can't disclose.
That's it. Undisclosed location.
Yep.
From an undisclosed location. He's on secret mission. Some
Yep.
kind of CIA Fed drop information exchange.
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But it's secret.
Is there an abandoned warehouse down by the docks involved at all?
In a van down by the river.
Yeah. See, that's where all the crime always takes place. It's always down at the abandoned docks, the abandoned warehouse down by the docks. That's where all the ransoms take place, everything like that. All the shady shit is happening down there.
Yep.
That's why they tell you to not be down around there. You're just looking for trouble if you go down there, you know?
But I'm denying all accusations at this time to protect the innocent.
Will the Secretary of State disavow any involvement of your actions in this operation?
I don't know the Secretary of State, so I can't answer that, Congressman.
Okay. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth, you little fucker, you.
The earth is still flat. That's all I know.
It is indeed. Oh my God. This guy told me on Facebook today that he knows that he's got a first-hand observation of the globe. And I said, how did you get that? He says, because I've been around the world.
Oh.
I said, so going in a big fucking circle tells you that you live on a globe? What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Did you ask him at what point did he start to tilt and change angle?
I deemed him as unworthy. I was just like, no, this guy's fucking stupid. I'm not even going to engage with this guy.
Because if he went around the world, his angle would change. As he would go from the top to the bottom, from the north to the south. I mean, obviously your angle would change. It would have to. How would you stay in the same position as you went around it like a freaking video game? How would you stay upright? And it's mind blowing.
Well, what method of travel did you use? At any point, did you use an airplane? There's a key in there. Did you use an airplane? Did you use a boat, which requires it's dependent on a fucking level surface of water? That's how the whole thing works.
That's how it stays in the water also.
Shit.
I'm telling you, man. Facebook just brings out all the best, huh?
Well, it's hard to believe that there's that many people that are really that fucking ignorant of how reality is. That they just believe the crazy nonsense, stupid shit that they do. It's like, wait a second. I can tell you've never thought about this before.
Yeah, you can kind of just tell immediately.
Yeah, I can say you just took it for granted, some shit you were told and never thought it over in your head at all, just accept it. Okay.
I think that's the majority. I think that's the majority of people. I don't think they put any thought to any of it. That how would that be? How would the positioning of your body not change as you would go upside down, and you wouldn't feel it when you have
it's the whole thing of getting you to believe that level is curved somehow.
Yeah, I know.
I've got those people coming at me too, and they're sitting there going, "No, it's a curve," and I'm going, "No, it's not. It's no point higher than another." And then they show you a line around a circle, and I'm like, "That's called concentric. Okay, that's not horizontal. That's concentric. Horizon, not concizing. You know what the fuck? Concentrizing."
I don't know. I think they put lots of thought into it, and this is the conclusion that they've come up with. And
no, I think it fundamentally comes down to this programming, not just of the nonsense, but to believe nonsense based on the perception that you're programmed to have of an authoritative source, quote unquote, authoritative source, academia. This guy has credentials, all that shit. Well, it don't mean he ain't full of shit as a Christmas goose. He just, who cares? I don't even, that doesn't mean anything. We're talking about actual reality here. And just because somebody you give me a perception of superiority of says some nonsense doesn't make it any less nonsense. I mean, that's insane.
No, because my answer wouldn't change if I was talking to him or the scientist in any way.
Yeah, man.
Because how would that change anything by talking to a guy who says, "Oh, I'm a professional at this"? That doesn't change anything on what you see and what you feel and how things would be. So the answers would be the same. It's not even like you could bring the scientist. It's not going to change shit. What's going to change? Just because I'm talking to him, I'm going to change what I believe now? It's like, no, that isn't going to happen because it doesn't happen physically. The physicality throws anything they say out the window. Just because you have some degree don't mean jack shit.
Saving a seat for you. Want to give a shout out to Valley Parks. You're here in spirit. I know that. So.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Carl's doing a memorial in about 10 minutes.
Oh, is he really? You got the link to it.
Man, let me tell you something. She reached a lot of people, boy, because she was all over the place in channels and stuff. I've heard 6 or 7 different channels talking about her in the last 48 hours. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
She was so loved.
I put a private chat for you.
I got it. I found it already. Thank you, Doug.
Jeez,
I'm just that good. I'm just that good.
Damn. So, what kind of science are they touting that they actually have?
As far as what?
Yeah, what the scientists will tell you you're on a globe. What's their degree? What's their
I don't know. Most of the time, it's a PhD.
Oh yeah, those things
piled high and deep. And I'm like,
I'm piled high and deep in internet bills today for some reason. Norton decided to take $300 out of my bank because they want to renew my subscription for the year without telling me.
Who did that?
See, this is
Norton Antivirus.
Yeah. Oh,
that's why I don't let them do automatic anything.
Yeah,
because too many stupid things happen. I would rather just have them send me an email and say, "Hey, your subscription is coming up," and then you do it when you want to do it.
Yeah.
Than just saying, "Sure, go ahead and update my subscription," and doing all this digital shit. Like, get away from that, and you'll have less problems.
I've got like certain payments that I have on schedule, so I don't have to worry about forgetting it. But I usually, I know that I'm, got everything in order for that payment, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Cable's been paid, or the internet, rather. Same company. They're all the time bombing me with fucking shit, wanting me to. Which cable package do you have? I'm like, I don't have cable TV. And they're like, well, have you thought about getting it? And I said, well, no, I've had it and I don't like it. And they're going, but we
bundle and save.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they say we can give you, 3,000 fucking channels. And I'm like, so what? There's 3,000 channels of crap.
Yeah.
Why would I want that? It beamed into my house for. I'm not going to want to see any of it. I'll spend most of my time looking through all the 3,000 channels and eventually settle on the least crappiest of all the crap, which is still crap.
Yeah. what I did was I got him to refund me my money. It's going to take him 6 days, and I just bought what I needed with the VPN. You know, I spent $60 as opposed to $300.
Roger, what are you doing with the microphone,
D-man,
bro?
you all right?
I'm sorry. I was just shutting the light off and laying down. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, did you see what Shit for Brain said out here with the Chinese people, man? Chinese president says, you know, we're at a crossroads. Can the U.S. and China create a new paradigm of relations to meet these global challenges together? And Trump is like, yeah, Chinese restaurants in America outnumber the 5 largest food chains combined. That's a big statement. It's like, oh, wow. So he goes over there. You know, let's imagine he's over there with some African country and he's going to, you know, negotiate relations. He's like, yeah, we still show reruns of the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son over in America. What the fuck? Dude. I mean, for real. This is crazy. Let me bring this up real quick here. Jesus.
He just can't stop insulting anybody's country that he goes to.
No, he can't. What's your name? President Ching Chong? You know, oh my God, stop.
It's fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? Can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. They are the questions of our times that you and I need to answer as leaders of major countries. This year,
just as many Chinese now love basketball and blue jeans, Chinese restaurants in America today outnumber the 5 largest fast food chains in the United States, all combined. That's a pretty big statement.
And the international situation is fluid. And the
we got more Chinese restaurants than you can fucking count, you know? It's the place, boy. That's got a lot to do with Sino-American relations, I can tell you. Wow. I was just like, I was like, is this guy fucking serious? Really?
He talks like a 12-year-old.
They didn't talk about Taiwan. They didn't talk about Taiwan. He didn't get into China helping Iran and giving them weapons and shit. None of that was discussed. I guess the people he took over there acted more like tourists than diplomats. I mean, it was like the Beverly Hillbillies go to Paris or some shit.
I don't have a problem with them trying to create good relations. I just don't want their digital fucking slavery shit.
No,
I don't. And period.
D-man, that's not really their system. This is what people don't understand. I remember back in 1994 in, what was it, Groove magazine or something? It was in some tech magazine. And they were talking about this company out of Houston, Texas. And it was in cahoots with the university there, University of Texas. And they were developing these camera systems hooked up with facial recognition that would all be, you know, connected together, basically what we've got now. But because of different laws and stuff here in the United States, they couldn't really give it a good, honest test because they had these cameras that were disguised as mailboxes, fence posts, what have you, you know, just ordinary shit within the city. And then what it could do is everybody's ID is in the system. And through the facial recognition, they can track certain people throughout the city. Well, if you've got people that are considered dissidents and you see them all gathering in one place, you can go there and bust down this fucking insurrection or whatever thing like that. Anyway, make a long story short, they tested it in China because the Chinese were interested in this and they didn't have the kind of privacy laws that we have here in the United States. And this was back in 1994. Now it's going back to the United States because they've quietly changed the legislation and shit to make it so that they can actually do this shit. You see? It started in the United States. China just employed it.
Yeah, they were the guinea pigs.
Yeah, they were the guinea pigs, and now they're going to bring it back home to use it.
Yeah, they were the guinea pigs. The guy that initially created that was the bass player from the 1960s, 70s band Iron Butterfly. His name was Philip Taylor Kramer. And his father was the one that developed it to try to find missing children. And that was the initial creation of it. And then he found a company, I don't know through who was going to buy. After he got out of rock and roll, became this computer science guy, and he figured out how to do it by the points of the skull. And he sold it. He was in the process, to seal the deal with some company. And then I don't know if somebody contacted him and told him that he's basically enslaving the human race by doing this. Mm-hmm. And then he realized that, holy shit, I just created this thing that is never going to go away. And so he killed himself. Drove a minivan, or somebody killed him. I don't know, but
yeah, that's probably more the case.
Yeah, and and I think he realized that this was going to be used not for its initial intention, that it was going to be used for, imprisoning people. And here we are.
It seems like anybody that grows a conscience gets whacked for some reason.
Shot himself in the back twice with a shotgun while he was trying to cut his wrist.
Yeah.
Accidentally fell on a screwdriver 27 times,
Yeah. But, I just don't want that digital horse shit. Listen, I don't have a problem if some people want it. If you want it, go ahead and get it. But I don't want it. Just give me a fucking card and give me some bullshit, and that's fine. No fucking chips, no horse shit. That's no big deal. But I don't want all this digital shit.
I run across some shit today that just because you're arrested, it's actually illegal for them to fingerprint and photograph you, that they can only do that after a conviction.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. We'll look into it a little bit. I've got a clip about it.
We're going to look into Anne Frank's here, aren't we? Yeah.
This is Anne Frank's sister.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Beef Franks.
About the Russian liberating Auschwitz. And there's never any snow. And the snow was honestly that high. And so I have some connection with the Russian embassy, and I was there once, and I said, something puzzles me. Those photos are fakes because there's no snow. And they said, well, yes, they are not fakes, but when the army came, they didn't have cameras, they didn't photograph. So only much later, when they realized we should have pictures of it, they took pictures like you see now. But this is definitely not in Auschwitz and not the liberation of Auschwitz. There were not that many people with clothes and children and no snow.
Oh, devil's in the details, baby.
Oh, yeah. She looked like Dr. Ruth, didn't she?
Dr. Ruth. Well, see, that's the thing. They all start looking like that. Okay, this is the thing. They all start looking like a certain, like as they get older. Like look at the men, for instance. Bruce Springsteen now looks like Woody Allen. I'm not kidding you. Look up a picture of Bruce Springsteen right now. He looks exactly like Woody Allen, like Alan Dershowitz. They all have that same fucking look, that same face.
Yeah, I got you.
It's crazy, man. And I don't see any Syrians that carry that trait. I don't see any Egyptians that carry that trait. I don't see any Palestinians that carry that trait.
Maybe it's a spiritual thing, son.
Maybe it's that they're not from that place.
No, you mean, okay, I get the comparison. Yeah, they're not Semitic.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to pin that dude down. I was like, is it a race or a religion? It's both. How can it be both? Is there a Christian religion or is there a Christian race?
No.
Is there a fucking Muslim race? No, it's not. There's not. It's not indicative of a race. It's a belief. Supposedly.
Well, maybe they're related to something else. They
Yeah,
all seem to
probably.
look alike, though, don't they?
Well, them ones that want to go around looking like goats, looking like billy goats. They got them little things hanging in their hair, and they cut their hair way far back. They look like billy goats all the time. Them hats.
Those are like Hasidic orders and people like that do their hair up like that, right?
Yeah, like a giant go-kart tire hat.
Yeah, I like those. Those are slick. That would go with my pimp cane.
Well, that'll
listen. Oh, an update on that, dude. I've been I walked down the hallway today without the cane, and it's slow going, and it's a little more painful. But hey, that's progress, bro. That's progress. I got up today and noticed that I was a little bit more agile when I got up today, and I used that seat that I was talking about that's got the
balls
massage shit in it. Yeah. That's nice, boy. I let that thing run for about.
You didn't bedazzle your cane out and put your name and diamonds on the side of it.
Not quite ready for that yet. I don't want to push.
How about the sword?
I need a cape. I need a cape.
You could be like Dr. Strange.
I was watching some shit today, and it was like, there was a time when it was cool to have a cape. When did we stop having capes, and why?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm bothered by it, really.
I think it was in the era of big bell bottoms and giant lapels.
Yeah, they tried to bring it back, but the problem was it was a little short cape. I'm talking about those really cool looking capes, like
got to wear lots of yellow and brown, very 1970s colors.
Yeah,
and purple.
I like Dr. Strange's look. His cape is pretty cool.
Purple and yellow mixed together. Big
Dr. Sob Love.
Vertical bell-bottom pants that are striped. Vertical stripes, purple and yellow, right?
Lots of corduroy.
That's what I was going to go with next. Yeah, bring back the corduroy. It wishes when you walk.
Whistle britches.
Yeah.
That's what we called them, was whistle britches. Here you go. How to hold judges accountable. You think it is such a thing? Let's hear it.
Judges are above accountability? Nah, think again. Here's how to hold a judge accountable if you've ever felt like you were treated with bias, disrespected in court, or if rulings felt like they were coming from ego instead of the law. Number 1, document everything. Verbatim quotes, tones, interruptions, failure to follow legal procedure. Number 2, request transcripts. Ask for official court records. Judges hate when you're holding receipts. You can obtain these through the court reporter themselves, typically on the court website, or you can go into the court to the clerk's office and request through them. File a complaint with judicial counsel. Every state has an oversight body. In California, where I live, is the Commission on Judicial Performance, the CJP. Make sure that you are precise and not emotional, because you're not venting here. You're documenting a pattern of misconduct or bias. Mention specific laws or rights violated. And if you cannot cite them, then don't worry about it. But if you can, cite them. Make sure, though, if you can't cite them, that you speak from clear personal experience and not from someone else's, because this is about you. Your experience, fact, dates, times, location. Also, when it comes to those transcripts, make sure that you remember the date and the time of that particular hearing, trial, because you're going to need to know that, because that's where they slip up. Next, organize support. You're probably not the only one, and patterns, they matter. Just so you know, judges are public servants, not gods in robes. And when they forget that, well, that's when we step in to remind them. I hope this helps. Thank you. Have a great day. Namaste.
No shit, man. People get this idea when they go into a court that fucking guy's. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up See
Do
what's
you
going-
understand? No.
No, I do not stand under anything. Here's FE Nation is going right now. He's not saying anything, so. Let me type in the chat. Is there anybody out there? I'm going to ask, is Carl muted? Okay, well, nothing.
Hey, Mojo.
I guess he's just waiting for people to go in, so we'll come back. Just wait till he gets going a little bit, and then we can actually rewind it or whatever if we need to. Sounds like wiener. Sounds like a wiener. Oh my God. Look at all these people I've got in here tonight too. Yeah, so Iran's foreign minister says, here's what he said to Israel's threat. He said, if they want to test us one more time and go to war, they will not get results other than what they got in the past, defeat. Oh, shit, I did it again. Oh, I did it again. Oh, Britney Spears, isn't she freaked out again or something? Went into rehab or something, didn't she?
Yeah, she's always fucked up. There's always something going on with her.
Well,
Hey,
we
poor
were looking
girl.
at the pictures, and we think that it may not be her because the teeth don't look right for some reason.
All I
I
can
think-
say is I know that little girl's just been nothing but it had like just a fucking slave life, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It's sad.
Goes with her song. I'll be a slave for you.
Holy crap. Notice Bear Bears put that in chat just as I was thinking that. I was just like, these fucking Disney kids, man. Every one of them, man.
Yeah,
Or
they're
they
all
become
screwed up.
one of the system handlers or something like that. They either fucking lose their bonkers, they go bonkers or something else, you know, like that.
It's because of all the stuff that they had to do to get famous in the first place. That's why. That's why every one of them is screwed up.
Well,
Because if you just
not just that, but the trauma. They use trauma-based mind control on these fucking kids, man.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. I mean, it really delves right down into the satanic. I mean, Christ, look at this. Every time you turn around, it's Disney people getting busted for fucking molesting kids and having CP and procuring, you know, all this fucking shit all the time. And it's Disney. They don't have some kind of a fucking, they got it. You know, a corporation as big as Walt Disney World has got to have a pretty good screening process. Right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they do, and that's what they're after. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They got a screening process for employees, all right, and those are the ones they're wanting right there. They're screening for that type of a fucking employee. That's a sick fucking place. I can't believe people actually take their kids there. Still,
I've done it. I've been guilty of it myself.
I mean,
I went there a long time ago. I never went back. You know what's real creepy is adults who go there a lot. Like go there like a kid does. That's creepy as hell.
You mean like Lindsey Graham?
Does he go to Disney World?
You remember that, man? He was walking around in fucking Disney World all by himself. He don't have no kids. He's not married, and he was carrying one of these Princess Bubble wands with him.
Wow.
Yeah, this was just like this last month or so, man. That dude's a fruitcake.
Oh, Princess Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Ladybug Lindsay. Ladybug Lindsay.
He wants to be Cinderella at the ball, huh? Is that what you're saying?
We've got a lot of Chinese restaurants. It says a lot about Chinese relations with America.
He's a gem, isn't he? So he's giving.
I swear to God, for any of y'all that ever, I love that TV show, The Office. I love that. That fucking show is great. Michael Scott that character would have me rolling. That fucking guy had no self-awareness at all. He was like kind of like Trump. If you could mix Biff Tannen and Michael Scott together, that's exactly what we have in Trump. I swear to God. And the one time where he was they had like he was trying to prevent racism, so he had everybody pick a different card of a race, and they didn't know what it was, and they had to put it on their forehead so everybody else could see it, and just based on what everybody else said, would you be able to guess what race you were? And it turned out awful. It turned out awful.
I imagine so.
It was terrible. He's like, it goes up to the person with the Indian shit, and she is Indian. She got the one for being not a Native American, the 7-Eleven Indian. And not a casino Indian, a 7-Eleven Indian. He's like, oh, would you like to try some of my gookie? Hello, welcome to 7-Eleven. Like that. She fucking gets mad and smacks him
in the face. Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
There are a few Indians from India here, and some of them are pretty cultured, man. They're not all like 7-Eleven Indians.
No, they're all different. I worked with a Sikh guy in a warehouse a long time ago who was huge. He was like 6'4". He had the turban, the like red turban on.
Yeah, I knew it.
I asked him once, I said, what's the deal with the head wrap? He said, I'm Sikh. And I said, what is that? He said, well, it's like a form of Indian. And I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. I said, you don't have the push button? And he laughed. I said, you don't have the push button start.
I said, are you what is it you're seeking? I'm just curious. Can you tell me what you are seeking? Oh, hello, welcome to my, would you like to try a Slurpee? No?
He was a real cool guy. He was real funny, too. He wasn't uptight about if you gave him shit. He would just give you shit back, and he would laugh about it. Tap you on, smack you on the shoulder and say, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you, I've had these scammers like call me or spam callers and shit. And they start talking, and I'm like, oh, I don't trust people that got an accent like you, man. And he's like, why? I said, because you fucking Indian people are always ripping people off, man. I don't trust you on the telephone. I'm not going to do nothing with you. That's just, no.
Should have told him I only talk to Nigerians.
Yeah, right. And you have to be a prince. That's true. Damn it, I should have answered that. I found out that they found this guy in a hut, dead, with stacks of fucking cash. And turns out he was a Nigerian prince, man. It was real, and everybody ignored it. It was real. God damn it.
جسارتاً مقامات آمریکایی و اسرائیلی همزمان با حضور شما در اینجا و حضور آقای ترامپ در چین تهدیداتی رو علیه ایران مطرح کردن. گفتن که حالا به محض بازگشت آقای ترامپ حملاتی صورت خواهد گرفت. ما چه پاسخی داریم؟
ما به این تهدیدهاشون عادت داریم. اینها بالاخره مدت هاست که به اشکال مختلف، به شیوه های مختلف تهدید خودشون تکرار میکنن. ولی خب خودشون هم میدونن که از تهدیدایی که کردن، حتی از جنگی که کردن، هیچ نتیجه‌ای نگرفتن تا حالا و نخواهند تونست بگیرن. من امروز هم در صحبت خودم در بریکس این رو مجددا تاکید کردم که هیچ راه حل نظامی برای هر اموری که مربوط به ایران باشه وجود نداره.
So basically he said, we're not worried about it, man. We'll just keep doing what we've been doing, And that's basically what he said. He said, if they try to test us one more time and go to war, they'll not get the results other than what they got in the past. See, and that's why they rely on the United States every fucking time. And I don't know why we keep going along with it. Well, I do know why. But this is something the American people need to start understanding too. It ain't got shit to do with freedom. It ain't got nothing to do with your country, nothing else. The fact of the matter is, Israel controls your military and your government. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You are owned by a foreign entity.
Well, what would be the fix for that? I think the fix would be to get every single person who takes any money from them and controlled in any way from them, whether it be sexual or whatever ways that they do that shit, and get these people out. Just get them out. That's it. Just you're all booted out. You're never getting a job doing this. You have no influence. You're not working for anybody. See you later. You can run.
They've done that
That's
in
it.
109 different places for
Yep.
thousands of times. It doesn't work. It's like I said, man.
Like a virus.
You're just giving the problem to somebody else.
What's
That's
up
all
with
you're
Britain
doing.
in there? I
What's
heard
that?
something about Britain and their ships. They were like,
Yeah, Great
deploying
Britain sent well, let's see. I think it was France sent their carrier.
Yeah.
Which, of course, it's a carrier group.
Yeah.
And I think England is sending something in there too, but they're not going to fare any better. That just gives fucking Iran more targets. And what are they going to do? Bring Britain into it? I don't think the people in Great Britain are too down for this fucking shit. They don't seem real happy with the behavior of the United States. I don't think they're down with it. King Charles, he's not. And who the fuck is he anyways? I got to read you this thing. Deborah Clark reposted this today. I don't know if she's in here tonight. Shout out to Deborah.
I don't see her.
She might be. She'll show up sometime or another. But let me pull that up. This was really good.
The king made a speech today. He was telling people that they were going to implement the digital ID in Britain.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to start bringing it in, whether people want it or not. I think if it happens there, then it's going to happen in Canada and Australia. So be prepared, Canadians and Australians.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna get ugly before it gets pretty. If it ever gets pretty again. Let me see. I gotta find there she is. Now I just bring this up. Okay. And this was obviously written, it's somebody named Jay Freeman. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read it to you. So nothing could be more of a fucking piss take than a frail inbred parasite wrapped in a dead animal fur, dripping in stolen jewels robbed from half the fucking planet, sitting on a solid gold throne in a palace built on centuries of blood, slavery, war, famine, and theft, lecturing the public about sacrifice, unity, and the future of the nation, while millions can barely afford to put the heating on. The king's speech. Look at the fucking theater of it. Look at the sheer absurdity. A grown man wearing a diamond-encrusted crown worth more than entire towns, reading words written for him by unelected handlers, pretending this is modern civilization instead of the last rotting carcass of feudalism dressed up with better cameras and cleaner propaganda. Now, of course, this is in regards to what you were just talking about what Charles was doing.
Yeah.
And what was he actually reading? More control, more bureaucracy, more fucking regulation, more promises from the exact same machine that created the collapse in the first place. Talking about strengthening public services, modernizing Britain, security, digital reform, public accountability, online protections, new powers, economic growth, national resilience, endless piles of legislation tacked on top of legislation while ordinary people are worked into the fucking ground just trying to survive another month. You've got this ancient ceremonial relic dressed like a medieval emperor reading out plans for more digital systems, more regulation, more surveillance, more state intervention, more centralized control while pretending it's all about fairness and safety. You genuinely could not invent a more dystopian image if you tried. It looks like something out of the fucking Capitol and Hunger Games. Gold everywhere, thrones, jewels, guards in costumes, ancient rituals, billion-pound estates, while the peasants sit at home wondering if they can afford eggs and electric this week. You've got people doing 50-hour weeks, parents skipping meals so their kids can eat, pensioners freezing in their homes, young families buried in rent and debt, while this lot sit under chandeliers worth millions talking about service. Service to who exactly? Because it sure as fuck isn't the public. These people have never lived like normal people for a single second of their lives. private guards, private chefs, private doctors, private drivers, private estates, private schools, private everything, funded by the same public they emotionally blackmail into believing they somehow represent the nation. Represent the nation? They don't even represent reality. And the weirdest fucking part is people still clap for it. That's the real psychological operation. They've convinced millions of people that bowing to bloodlines is somehow noble instead of humiliating. Full-grown adults standing in the rain, waving little flags at a family whose entire existence is based on the idea that they were born more important than you because of who slid out of whose womb hundreds of years ago. Stripped away the orchestra music, the uniforms, and the fake dignity, and it's absolutely fucking insane. If any politician stood up today and proposed this system from scratch, people would think it was satire. Right, everyone hear me out. We're going to give one family billions of pounds, castles, jewels, military ceremonies, constitutional privileges, and lifelong protection because their ancestors conquered a people with swords. You'd get laughed straight out of the room. But because it's old, people defend it. That's how deep the conditioning goes. They call it tradition because national humiliation doesn't sound as marketable. The whole thing is one giant ritual of class supremacy, a public display of power designed to remind ordinary people who still sit above them. They roll out the crown, the robes, the gold carriage, the ancient language, the guards, the jewels, the ceremonies, all to maintain the illusion that these people are somehow special instead of just beneficiaries of a centuries-old racket. And there he is, sat on the throne made of stolen wealth, literally telling struggling people about economic responsibility and national duty while wearing enough diamonds to feed entire communities for generations. You honestly couldn't write a more insulting image if you tried. And the picture that accompanies that is here. I mean, look at that. That is fucking ridiculous. That is so goddamn ridiculous. It's not even funny. You know?
Yeah, look how important I am. And fucking no importance whatsoever.
Oh my God. It's stupid as shit. It's one of the stupidest shit things. And I've always wondered that. I was like, well, how did it's like in the Holy Grail, right? When he says, who are you? He says, I'm your king. He says, how are you my king? I didn't vote for you. He says, you don't vote for king. He says, well, how'd you get to be king then? He says, oh, because the lady came out of the lake. And he says, wait a minute. You can't have a system of government based on some farcical tale of them. You know, and it's like, that's what we have. And that was what Monty Python was basically saying at that time. And that was in the 70s, for crying out loud. That's funny.
Well, it's been going on a lot longer than that, so it has.
Oh yeah, it's been going on a lot longer than that. I mean, people, but the actual public, you know, just saying it out loud like that, you know, is in a comedic role. Monty Python did that in the 70s, was basically saying the same thing this guy was, but only using humor to do it. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
It's like, wait a minute, because some broad come up out of a lake and gave you a sword, that means you get to rule over everybody? Fuck off. That's not how shit works, bro. Yes, they are.
Listen, I had eggs and toast this morning. I can rule over all.
There you go. That's all it takes. So fucking A. Oh, this is a caller on a one of them like calling show. Damn it, I did it again. Damn it. See, I'm gonna keep doing it. That's what's gonna happen. I have to switch over. Yeah. Now I can do it. And it won't take up both screens. There we go. This is pretty good. Somebody calling in telling why they broke from being a Trump supporter.
Robert, when you said you drank the Kool-Aid, what was it about President Trump that appealed to you initially, and what was it that made you break with him?
I mean, just seeing the lies, he put us in a war. All
all Donald Trump wants right now is for clean face. He wants the Strait of Hormuz open. Guess what? Before he went there, it was open, and the gas prices were beautiful. I mean, everything this man touches, he's putting up gold statues of himself. I mean, when are people going to wake up? Now, I drank the Kool-Aid. How did I drink the Kool-Aid? I can't even answer that. I don't know if it was those stupid rallies I went to, look at, I got rid of my Make America Great Again hat, okay? I got rid of that. I can't even believe I wore that hat. So that's where I'm at.
Robert, when you said you drank the Kool-Aid.
So, you know, I've heard that, and maybe it is something to do with them rallies too. But do you think that they employed? We know they did geofencing and shit like that, and also with these TPUSA. Do you think there was maybe subliminals employed?
Could have been.
Maybe the music and everything. Maybe if you listen to YMCA at certain decibels, it makes you do stupid things. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah.
They did the same. They did the same tricks that churches do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they did. They got you on your emotions, thinking that this is it. We're gonna fix all the problems. Don't you worry. You can trust me, and you know, and they listen to me. You know, the authority. Oh, don't you worry. I know what I'm doing. I'm not like the others. You know, that's all they did. Charismatics.
Well, there's certain things that can be done too that are interesting. That, for instance, what Hitler would do. Okay, now there was a lot of torchlight, a lot of ceremony, a lot of order, that kind of thing, pageantry. And then everybody getting hyped up, ready to see the Fuhrer. He's ready to come out. Man, they're getting ready. They want to hear this guy talk. They want to hear him talk. And they're cheering and cheering, and he would walk out to the podium, and he wouldn't even crack a smile. He would just watch out over the crowd. And they'd be cheering and cheering and cheering, and he'd just stand there. Pretty soon they'd kind of go silent. Everybody's quiet. They're waiting for him to start speaking. He doesn't say anything. And then all of a sudden he rages, it goes in, boom, and it hits them. It hits them. You've got that with the firelight and the oh man.
Crescendo.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Well, I found something ironic about that video you watched. You notice how they were filming at the gas pumps? That's Royal Shell they were filming. And that's owned by the king. And the royal
it's owned by the Danish royal family. Yeah, which still the same family.
They're part of.
Yeah.
They're what is it? Elizabeth's cousin is the queen.
Yeah.
Isn't that what?
I think so. Yeah. I think they came over from the Dutch land to begin with. Yeah.
I think Beatrix is the queen, and she's the cousin of Elizabeth.
Yeah. And they have a festival every year.
And her husband is a cousin of Philip, I believe.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. See, so they got double cousins. I have a double cousin. She lives in Maryland. And somebody was tracing their origin and reached out to me, tracing their lineage, and she's a double cousin. So the way it works out is I had my great grandmother's name was Della Kane. It ended up being, but it was Della Randall prior to that. Yeah. And she had a sister named Stella.
Della and Stella?
Well, my great-grandfather married Della, and his brother married Stella. And she comes from Stella and that guy, and we're like double cousins.
That's kind of like double Dutch, you might say.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Two brothers marry two sisters. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe there wasn't a whole lot to pick from. I don't know.
They have a festival every year. A buddy of mine was in Amsterdam like 20 years ago when they were having the festival. He didn't know that. Everybody was wearing orange.
Right.
And everything was orange. Everybody had orange shirts on, and everything was painted orange. And it's some kind of like, orange things, symbolism stuff for the queen.
What the fuck? Yeah, well, see there again, these people why do they think these people are so special? What the fuck is it other than the fact that they've been told that these people are special their whole life? I mean, really, what is it? They live off the people, they provide nothing. They don't do really anything, you know? They just wear them fucking silly costumes and they go around and meet with people and get bowed at and shit. And that's pretty much, I guess, the sum of their existence.
Yeah, I think it gives them power to a point. You think about it. If everybody's bowing down to you, I mean, you're submissive. You know, you're cowing down to authority, and that's what
there's people. There's people that love that. There's people that love the queen. There's people that love that stuff. They love being ruled over and told. There's some people who are that way. They can't form things and build things themselves and come up with ideas themselves. Some people are just that way. They need to be led around, and they love it.
Hire a dominatrix then. Leave me the fuck out of it, right?
There you go.
Yeah, I say, hey, if that's what you want and you want that, well, go right ahead and have it. But that doesn't mean you're going to drag everybody else down to your level.
Right.
You don't need to.
The rest of us don't need that. That's just you. That's just you. Good lordy. There's this broad gets her ass handed to her. Anna Kasparian nails her. Listen to this.
It's not disputable. The only dispute is whether any of them
because many of these journalists were not journalists, Pierce.
It's not disputed that
You're not a journalist. You are not a journalist. Okay, you born and raised.
I hear a lot of
LA.
Background noise.
Now you're
I hear a lot of background noise, and I would like to get back to the question that you were asking,
genocidal regime in the Middle East. That's what you are. You're propagandist for a genocidal regime in the Middle East. Talking about
can we get back to the actual topic of this debate, please?
No, we're focusing on the topic of the debate.
Can we get back to the topic of this debate?
You are justifying the slaughter of actual
I'm
journalists
here to speak about what's actually happening on the ground.
Okay, look, I'm making. Let me hang on. Anna, I will let you. Anna, you can respond in a moment, but I'm making the point, which I think is a valid one, which is why is it the IDF and the Israeli government could respond so quickly to the desecration of a statue of Jesus, but cannot respond with anything like the same speed to the killing of journalists, many of whom were genuine journalists doing their job.
Probably Rob and Doron can answer this even better than me, but I think the most distinct and obvious difference is that one occurs in the fog of war, and it takes time to be able to determine who was where, when, what footage is there, what information is there available, versus a photo where you can clearly see who it was and what happened, and they evaluated that fairly quickly. Now, that said, I agree with you. I think there needs to be more transparency, and there also needs to be more speedy answers to a lot of these things. We're on the same page on this. I'm not disputing you at all on that front.
That was a
she is.
Yeah.
She is a propagandist because that's her job. Her job is to go on these stupid shows because she looks good and talk the bullshit that she talks. And I saw that too. And yeah, I said the same thing. I said, yeah, she is a fucking propagandist. TYT, I don't agree with everything they say. Their channel 5 years ago was unwatchable. I mean, now it's kind of watchable, but I mean, that doesn't mean that they're not going to change anything. They're going to go right back to pushing Democrat voting bullshit. Yep. As soon as this fucking Trump's out, you know it in a second. You know, so I mean, they're going to fall right into the same line that Republicans have fallen into. So
every
it'll
time.
Be the same. Yeah.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Listen, here's another one of Trump's guys, right? His Border Patrol chief that he appointed, Mike Banks, has suddenly resigned after reports that he traveled abroad to solicit sex workers. And I believe this was one of those Philippine sex tours or something.
Yeah, that's super common.
So how come everybody that Trump picks is some kind of fucking deviant?
Or an alcoholic.
That's all he knows, probably. He doesn't know anybody else. You know,
and I'll say it again. The only person that Trump has ever hired that was qualified to do their job was Stormy Daniels. That's it. Everybody else has been an utter fucking failure. Every bit of them.
Well, they're just bad actors, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be a hell of an actress to let Trump get up on top of you and roll around. Jesus.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is that fucking miniature guy? Who was the guy, the other scumbag from ICE that was wearing like the Nazi uniforms and shit? Remember that? The little midget.
Wasn't it Holmand or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got rid of his ass too. What you mean? This guy right here on the right, is that who you think that is? No, this is.
It might be.
Let's see who it is. Hang on.
I just talked to Chief Banks a few moments ago. He confirmed to me via text message that yes, he is resigning from his position effective immediately. Now, a little color on him. He became U.S. Border Patrol Chief as soon as President Trump took office.
Want to know more about that?
What's with the statue in the back?
I don't know where he's at.
A weird statue.
Yeah, it is.
And we found another actor involved with Artemis, though. Thank God.
Oh, really? So that makes 3?
We got 3 now. Yeah. She was on Star Trek or something like that. No,
Say it ain't so.
No, it wasn't Artemis. It was another. Maybe it was the first one. No, they didn't shoot anybody up in that one, did they?
What?
Yeah, we're finding tons of actors in
Central Casting.
Yeah.
It's not real. This guy is retarded. He's lost his fucking mind. Listen to him.
Oh,
that's Mike Huckabee. He's the United States ambassador to Israel.
We lose a lot in terms of our own national security, our own military capacity, but then we lose some stuff that a lot of Americans never think about. I hear people say, I don't want anything to do with Israel. I say, okay, give up your cell phone. Give up car navigation. Give up some medical innovations that may have saved some member of your family's life. Be sure, by the way, to give up some conveniences like cherry tomatoes and seedless watermelons while you're at it. And let's just go ahead and don't buy anything that has an NVIDIA or an Intel chip. Let's get rid of most of your computers and a whole lot of the software that you use because it was innovated here. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you hate Israel that much, you're going to be living a very different kind of life.
Okay, Mike, show me where I can fucking sign up for that immediately. Create a website and let's sign the fuck up so I can get rid of the computers and get rid of my seedless watermelons, you fucking clown.
I know, right?
It was all developed in Israel. You know that. You know, nothing came out of Silicon Valley. Nothing came out of anywhere in the Midwest. Nothing. No. It's all done in Israel. That's mental.
I don't really care. Like I said, they could take that shit away, and I would be like, okay, great. You mean I don't have to pay for this shit? Awesome. Sign me up. See? What a dick face.
Take it all the way to the extreme. I don't want to even be on the Israeli hard drives anymore, even. You know, get me off of there. I don't need none of your shit. I guess Stan Smith, also known as Sean Hannity, talked to well, I almost said Nixon.
Trump. Stan Smith.
Yeah. He's got an alien in his
Dad,
attic.
yeah.
He keeps an alien up in his attic.
Named
Good
Roger.
morning, USA. His little American flag pin. What a fag.
Do I look like Roger the alien? Come on.
All right,
Gotta talk like Paul Lynde.
Yeah.
The issue, and you've been asked about it, and you've spoken about it, and that is China's support of Iran. How big a discussion was that today?
We discussed it. I mean, when you say support, they're not fighting a war with us or anything.
No.
He said he's not going to give military equipment. That's a big statement. He said that today. That's a big statement. He said that strongly. But at the same time, he said, you know, they buy a lot of their oil there, and they'd like to keep doing that.
The issue.
They're letting there was 10 fucking tankers let through there. Chinese tankers were let through there today.
Nice.
Did you hear about that?
Nope. Didn't hear about it at all.
It wasn't a gift. Hey, where's that gift?
Yeah.
Where's that gift? That big, beautiful gift of tankers full of oil that Iran was gonna give Trump because they think he's so cool or something. I'm just
They
curious.
wanted to make peace with the giant, you know, the U.S. giant. They're not afraid. They're afraid of us, you know. We crippled them. You know.
I don't know. I think it's a shit show. I mean, if people think it's bad now, wait until Trump is out. It's going to get way worse. Like the aftermath.
39 aircraft.
Really?
They've lost
The
39 fucking aircraft over there.
The aftermath of this is going to be massive. It's going to be 10 times worse than what it is now.
Yeah, imagine if they put the weak-livered next man from the Democrats in the hole. They're not going to make any decisions at all.
Well, it's going to be the same thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're all working for one goal. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, yeah, you're going from what you got now to apologists. It's going to be way worse, way worse. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just two shoots going to the same, slaughterhouse. It doesn't matter, but it's going to be horrific. That's what I think.
So we need to go start our own country and make it a complete anarchist state.
Leadwell land.
There we go.
Call it what?
I'll be your leader.
Just put a sign on there and says no Jews allowed.
Well, I got to change my name. Oh no.
Leadwellstein.
Treat it like a country club. You know what I'm saying?
It would be like Auschwitz. Yeah.
But here we got another happy little Lego movie.
Oh boy. Golden Calf in Miami.
Yeah. Moses came down from the mountain and they built a golden calf. Golden calf! False idol shine and watch the people laugh. Golden calf! Trump got his own now. History on blast. Yeah. Moses on Sinai, 40 days and nights. People got scared, lost faith in the light. Melted their gold, built a calf to pray. Danced around it like it would save the day. Moses came back, smashed the tablets in rage. False God melted, that's the biblical page. Idolatry forbidden, straight from the 10. But some still worship gold again and again. Yeah. Fast forward 2026, Doro Golf Course glow. 22 foot down Colossus head to toe. Gold leaf shining, fist in the air. MAGA crowd cheering like it's divine prayer. Pastor say you're not a cat, bro. We see the game, same old story, different name. You built an idol while the real fight is on. False God and gold, Iran still stands strong. One calf in the desert, one in Miami today. Both made a goal, both gonna fade away. Golden calf, Trump got his own, but it won't last. Golden calf, false idols fall, Persia rise at last. Sacred defense. We keep our word. No golden gods, only truth. How are those gas prices? Ha! Sacred defense.
They were burning it.
The gold statues. Come on, man. Dude, are you for real?
Is it real solid gold, though? That's my question.
No. It's like everything about Trump is fake. Oh, so I guess they responded that these Trump phones are going to come out, right?
Nice. I'll wait.
And they're going to ship like within a week or some shit like that. Now, whether that happens or not, or it's just they're saying that to placate the people or whatever, remains to be seen. But from what I can understand, with the phone that they're showing that they're going to ship out, this is what people are paying $500 for. You can get on Temu for $100.
I knew it. I was saying yesterday when you were on the other show and they showed the picture of it, I said, that looks like some cheap $75 phone from China that they just put some gold plating on it in some different text. It's just going to be some cheap hunk of shit that you could have bought anywhere for $65.
Well, that shows you how smart the mega people are. I mean, I'm gonna get my Trump phone today, man. Oh.
Well, they didn't look at nothing. They really didn't. They bought the car because of the paint job.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They bought the car because of the paint job, not how it ran. They didn't even look under the hood. You know, and I'm sitting there going, how can a guy who's filed the guy bankrupted a fucking casino? How do you do that? The house always wins. Let's get real. How the fuck you bankrupt a casino?
Well, he took all the profits from the casino and invested it in other bullshit like
It was a money laundering operation, dude. It was a money laundering operation. The whole fucking casino shit was.
They had a couple of things happen when the casino, right before the casino went under, too. They had the big hurricanes in New Jersey because I was there the year before they had the hurricane. I went to that Trump and stayed there, and it was a nice place. But they had they had the fucking hurricanes the year after, and the whole boardwalk got all fucked up. So that shit was basically shut down. Like a lot of the shit on that boardwalk went under. I mean, the casino kept running, but it was a fucking mess. Meaning, like the place got fucking, the outsides, and they had to shut all that shit down. It was when Chris Christie was the governor. Remember the big fat guy?
Yeah, I know Chris.
Yeah. He went to the beach during COVID, and there was these people out there trying to push him back in the ocean. It's like
Chris Christie.
Just like me. Yeah.
I'm no thin guy, so don't give me shit about calling him a giant fat guy, but he's huge. He's huge.
He is.
He's worse than the Penguin. Yeah.
He's really a big dude, man. Oh wow, there's Randy Fine. Holy shit. There's Bill what's his name? Bill Zarian. Running.
Yeah, Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah.
Somebody beat well. Yeah.
I like that guy.
His father got.
Of our Congress are.
What is it?
I was gonna say his father went to prison for embezzling some kind of money and shit. His father was a fucking criminal.
Who, Bill Zarian?
Yeah, Bill Zarian's dad. If you look it up, I can't look it up because I'm on the phone. I would give it to you, but his dad went to federal prison for some kind of embezzlement.
So he said bankruptcy is his specialty. Talking about Trump. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Listen, that dude is fucking astounding to me. He is like a psychological case study. He really is. It's horrifying but fascinating at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because this guy's just running loose like a loose fucking cannon. But then you're sitting there trying to I do that. I put like a psychological profile on this guy. So I know how I could get him to do anything I wanted him to do. And I know how I could really piss him off as well.
Yeah.
I
was going to ask a question though, right quick. Before you even run for an office, shouldn't you have a decent resume as a person, or as you want to say as a businessman? I mean, if you look back at all his businesses he bankrupted, would that not be a red flag not to vote for his ass?
Probably. Yeah, I would say, and I would say also a lot of the, allegations of child sexual abuse, the payoffs involved, the numerous accounts of sexual harassment and rape. I think those would be a big fucking red flag too. I mean, this guy's definitely thinks that he's cut from a better cloth than other people. We can't have somebody like that. That doesn't represent me at all. And besides that, what do I care who the president is? They don't fucking have anything really to do with me. Their actions that they're allowed to just when they start taking dictatorial actions that affect me here at home. Now that's a problem, and he's become my enemy. So what do I see? I see a government that is my enemy. They're not my government. They're my enemy. They're our occupiers. They're my enemy. They're not any benefit to me. They don't protect my rights. They go about every moment of their existence trying to find ways to suppress and take away any rights that I have. So how are they my ally? How are they my government? They're my occupiers.
Well, the old boss is the same as the new boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you're enslaver, basically. They're just limiting your life in every way possible so that they can gain from your existence. That's all it is, period.
This government was set up so that it was supposed to protect the individual rights of the citizen, not take it away. Okay, not illegalize actions and then sell the privilege to do it back to you. Sell it to you as a privilege when it's a right. I mean, what the fuck? I don't have the right to engage in commerce between two consenting adults without your permission. I have to have a license to do that. Fuck you.
It's just another way for them to steal from you. You know, I've through my personal experience, as an artist and a designer, I went to school to design, and having artistic background to create the things that I decided to create would free me from all of this bullshit. It would solve all the problems that these people say that are the problems of the world. Green, the plastics, whatever the fuck you want to come up with that they say is killing the environment, this and that. Yet every fucking thing I ever designed would be absolutely fucking illegal for me to create and put on a chunk of land that I have to pay for the rest of my life. And I thought, these people are fucking stopping me from doing the fucking thing that would free me from having to be under this fucking rule. And yet, then that's when I realized that, wait a minute, I'm fucking enslaved. I'm not free. Free my ass. If I was free, I'd be able to buy land and never have to pay another fucking dollar on it again. I would have been able to build what I wanted to build on it, and it wouldn't have hurt nobody. It would have been using all recycling shit. I would have created my own power, my own water, my own filtration systems, and would have been free from all this shit. And they stopped me every fucking step of the way to fucking do it. Stopped me every way. And I said, these people, if I said, fuck this shit, I'm not giving them shit. And that's how I've lived for 20 fucking, I'm not saying, I'm just, as an example, everybody knows an example to do things that would free you from this shit, that would fix all these problems, but they don't want a solution to the problems. They want to just get you in a panic mode to say, give us more power so we can fix the problem that they created. That's all it is.
And they take that same money and create more problems. It's an endless cycle.
Well, it's to justify their existence. See, you have a dependency, then you're not going to get rid of it.
I said a couple of days ago that it was madness that you would hire somebody to steal from you.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That's insane that you would say, okay, yes, I'll pay you money from my pocket, and then I want you to come and steal from me under threat. And I'm going to say, thank you, sir. May I have another?
Right. And then what's worse, then you go, no, I don't want that guy to steal from me. I want this other guy to steal from me. Oh, okay. And then what they do is they come over and they steal your money from you, right? And then they go across the street to the Subway sandwich shop and buy you a fucking sub and say, here you go. You benefited from these taxes I took from you.
Yeah, with your own money.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I had enough. I had enough, but you took enough money for me to eat for a week. And you come give me a fucking half of a Subway sandwich. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Well, the funny thing is that the next one, it promises that's not going to happen. And that they run on that.
Administrative costs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you would just be able to go to the sandwich shop yourself and get it, not pay somebody $150,000 a year to get you a sandwich one time.
Right.
See, that's the difference, is that it's fucking, the whole system's broken. But I could have had land by the time I was 25. By the time I was 30 years ago, okay, and I could have bought land back then cheap as shit. I could have built what I wanted and did what I wanted to do, and those fuckers stopped me in every way they could. Literally fucking threatened me that if I did this, they would send people out there to ticket me and harass me and have constant fucking shit. And if I did this and I did that and I did this, I just said, yeah, fuck you. Then you ain't getting any more money. And that's it. It's the only thing to do. What else you going to do? Complain? Who are you going to complain to? The people that are fucking enslaving you? Give me a fucking break.
Go to the booth next door and you can file a complaint with them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the lady said. Well, if you don't like the rules of the laws of the, what do you call it, of the state or the municipality, you can complain. Oh, complain to who? You? What the fuck is that going to do? What is that going to do? You're making $250,000 a year. You retire in 20 years and be a millionaire, and I'll have to pay you for the rest of your life to come and steal from me. I never would have employed them in the fucking first place.
Yeah, we're all born into it, D-Man. It seems like that's what's there. It's what you're handed. You know, it's not worth your time.
No.
Real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep going with this, but my parents raised me like I was born in the 50s, and I was born in the 70s. So by the time the 80s came, I was completely out of touch with what was fucking real in any way, shape, or form, because the idea of being brought up was from 20 years before I was born, not from the current generation. So my parents were out of touch.
Okay.
They thought the traditional way.
Your parents had you when they were a lot older than
Later, yes. Yeah.
I get you.
In the mid 40s.
Right.
So,
right.
So they were out of touch with the current time.
It's probably a good thing, D, to be honest.
That was kind of
yeah. Oh, it was a wake-up call because I had to learn this shit on my own. And then when I tried to implement all the stuff that they told me, I realized, what the fuck are they talking about? None of this shit is lie. You can't use any of this shit they said because now nobody lives by these credos or mottos, or nobody does things like that anymore. What the fuck? So I was way behind the curve. But by the time I hit 20, I was way ahead of the curve because I realized that some of my friends parents were about the same age, and they didn't figure it out at all. So I was way ahead. But I mean, it hurt me in a way, even though their ideas and their mottos and the old school ways were good to know, because you knew that it was more honest and more truthful and more upfront, and work hard and you'll get there and people will notice. But by the time you got there, you were like, oh, what the fuck? Jesus, this isn't what they said.
You're fighting a losing battle.
There you go. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Here's Anne. This is Anne Frank here.
Oh, hey, Anne.
Oh, it's funny as shit, man. It was raining out earlier, right? And so now she don't want to go out because the ground's wet. She don't want to go outside. And when it's like that, and Leanne will go to the door and get everybody, say, hey, okay, who wants to go out? She'll come run and hide behind me and quiver. Like, and I say, oh, like little Anne Frank in the attic.
So thank you for letting me rant. Sorry about that.
No worries, man. No worries.
Yeah, it was a valuable rant, I promise you. Didn't fall on deaf ears.
It was viable, my man.
35 members of our Congress are Jews, and anybody that's a Jew can go to Israel and get citizenship just because they're a Jew. They can also flee the country when they molest children and they have charges against them, and Israel won't extradite them. So that's the real threat. If you have multiple citizenships, you should have to disclose that, and that should take you out of having the ability to vote on any issues involving that country. Randy Fine should not be able to vote on anything concerning, on anything concerning Israel. And he certainly shouldn't be able to walk around and fucking vote for other people like he's done in the past. But that is the threat. The threat is having Jews in Congress that have more allegiance to Israel than they do to America, and voting and enacting laws to this country's detriment. And to me, that's treason. And that's what we need to fucking crack down on.
My question is, why wasn't Randy Fine fucking arrested already?
Yes, good
question. You already know why. You know why.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know why. It's an occupied government, bro. Yeah. It's Zog. It runs the motherfucker. Yeah. That's it.
If you're not physically there, you can't vote, period. That's that. And he goes around and just goes to the people who ain't there and just says, okay, yeah, vote yes, yeah, vote yes, yeah, vote yes, yeah, vote. Fucking guy should have been arrested and kicked the fuck out of this country. That ASAP. Immediately. Yeah. Bam, you should have been fucking grab your shit and get the fuck out. You can leave and don't come back. It's treason, or we'll get you. And that's that. That's how that should have been taken care of. Beat it the fuck out.
Well, there's no reason for the treason, D-man, except there's one agenda they have. That's it. And it's, I hate to say it, but it's the state, We need to have a voter of our own.
Yeah, she's doing an Anne Frank. You let everybody out, didn't you? Uh-huh.
Why is she all shaking?
Because she don't want to. She's afraid she's going to be made to go outside where the rain has been.
Oh, she doesn't like the rain. Yeah, my dog doesn't like the rain either. He freaks out. He freaks out if it thunders, he gets all freaked out, starts running around the house and panting. Really, he gets all fucking frantic.
This reminded me of the Thunder Vest. Remember that thing?
People trying to make you go out in the rain, little gal. What? Oh, you poor thing.
Get her one of those Thunder Vests.
She's not. There's no thunder. She doesn't want to get her feet wet.
You got to buy her shoes. What's wrong with you? Little Nikes.
She just gets these little things. It's funny as hell. When somebody new that she doesn't know comes over, she'll bark at him and quiver and hide behind me and shit. But then after they've been here a while and she's figured them out a little bit, then she'll go over and they can't get rid of her. So
she's passive aggressive.
Well, they're cautious because somebody new is in your house that they've never smelled. They think everybody's a threat. That's all.
She is content as hell to be right here and have me right.
Is she a rescue dog by chance?
Kinda, sorta. Yeah, in a roundabout way, yeah. What had happened was, let's see, my wife's ex-brother-in-law, he comes here at Christmas all the time, and he would bring her, but he didn't have time for her. She was spending most of the time at home in a crate, and he worked all the time. And so he asked, could she come here to live? And I was like, well, yeah, I suppose so, So that's how she came here. And
she cottoned up to you though, didn't she?
She's crazy about me. I'll be just sitting there doing nothing, and all of a sudden I'll look over and she's just looking at me like, I love you. And I'm like, good God, how long you been sitting there staring at me? Crazy thing.
You got your own stalker. So.
Oh, she's a trip. Oh, there's Shifted Reality. What's up,
Hey,
Shifted Reality?
Hey, what's up, Sov? I like your dog, man.
This is one of them, one of the 4. We used to have 5, but Brandy's no longer with us. She's crossed the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh,
now we've
sorry
down to
about that.
4. Yeah, it was back in October. I can't believe it's been that long already.
Sucks losing a pet, bro. Yep.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's a member of the family.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got an alert on YouTube. McToon put out a new thing about flitters. He's live right now. Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Nobody cares.
He's talking about Westchester County flood warning. Why would he do a show on that?
I don't know. Who cares about? So why are you subscribed to Tune?
I'm not. I don't know why,
Why
you
would
got
you
the
get an
alert.
alert for it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Go into your subscriptions and shut all that shit off. So you don't. You're better off not knowing.
That's I know that he's live never.
Good.
I never know that. Once in a while he'll pop his stupid face up on Facebook about something and I just smack him down again.
The only channel I scoped around for a little while was the 6 days that I spent going on what's his name's Sergeant Rock's channel for a while and asking him questions about the model, and that was painful after day 4. It was painful.
He's really stupid. Even Globetards don't like him.
Yep.
That's saying something.
Yeah, that's really bad. The Globetards won't even claim him. He's just kind of like in his own little fucking category, I guess.
What's beyond the Globe?
I'm not subscribed to McToon. No, it says I'm not subscribed to him. So I don't know why I got an alert. It's just algorithms I get. Probably.
Well, I can tell like when Tune or Craig or somebody's been stalking my Facebook page because they'll come up as a suggested friend.
Yeah. Yeah. that happens. Yep.
They come out and I'm like, why would they suggest that asshole to me as a friend? I haven't even talked to him. What the fuck?
Because he's looking at your shit.
Yep, that's why. Oh, here's somebody that was checking out your page. Maybe you know him here, right? That's basically
a good friend. Yeah.
So yeah, fuck that guy. I told him too. I said, stop stalking my fucking page, asshole.
that friggin' that one with you and Sergeant Rock hugging was hilarious. That was one of the funniest things ever. Oh,
Gravity brought us together. Yeah.
Gravity brought us together.
It probably pissed him off so bad.
Oh,
but
well.
he's a subhuman. I would have to say.
That's all right. I gave Toon a thumbs down at least.
I got to admit, he's a funny guy, though. Sometimes he's just funny. He's witty, funny, but he's a prick most of the time. Like, he's just got a shitty disposition on life. But sometimes he's funny. It's kind of weird in a weird way. He's just kind of the downy kind of guy he is.
Well, I mean, if I look like that, I'd probably be upset too. I mean.
Well, he looks younger than you when he shaves, Sob. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't forget to shave between your eyebrows, and don't forget to shave your nose. My God, the man has hair on his. I was like, I've never met anybody who had hair on their fucking nose.
Don't you know that the unibrow is in fashion?
Yeah, it's Neanderthal is the new fucking Homo habilis.
Yeah. Primate.
You say hair. Yeah. You say hair on your nose or in your nose? Which
no,
one?
on.
Yeah, I've never seen that
right
either.
Here on the front, like a dog does on the front on their nose.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Go look at John Hawkins, dude. Just go take a picture.
Hawkins has that.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fucking rough, isn't it?
That is.
You know what's fucked up too is people use these razors and these razor blades that they buy, and there's that little white strip on there that's supposed to be moisturizer, right? You know what that's got in it?
Yeah, it's got chemicals.
It's got minoxidil in it. You know what that's for?
No.
Hair growth.
Wow. So they use it so you keep buying their product. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna use it more. It's gonna encourage growth of hair on your face and shit. So you're gonna have to shave more.
Wow.
Yes.
That kind of makes sense, dude. It really does. I've noticed that.
You know that you use certain use toothpaste.
Yeah.
It creates dental problems.
Yeah.
Creates problems with your mouth, so that you'll go to the dentist.
Yep. It wears on your teeth. Here's the thing. With these dentures, you know what they tell you absolutely not to do? Don't brush your teeth like you did with toothpaste. Don't do that.
Yeah, it messes with the enamel that's on the plastic.
Yes. Well, it does the same thing with your teeth. It's pumice, man. It's fucking pumice.
It's grit. If you remember what grit was.
That's where they get it. Is the pumice. Pumice mines is it's volcanic rock that's ground up really fine.
I used to use this soap in the 1990s called Lava. Remember Lava soap?
Yeah.
And Lava had pumice in it in the soap, so it had this grit in it. So when if you had greasy, really grimy, greasy hands, it would toughen your skin up, pull the layer of your skin off. And I used it for like 7 years in a row. Literally, it's the only thing I used because I work on my hands every day. Mm-hmm. And by the time I stopped using it, when I wasn't doing that kind of work anymore, I could sand a board with my hand. That's how rough my hand was. And I went to a doctor once. He looked at my hand and he went, "Wow, you need to put some moisturizer on your hand." And I told him, he said, "What do you use to wash your hands?" And I told him, he said, "Oh man, that is the worst thing to put on your hands." And he said, because of the grit, the grit they put inside of it.
Well, you can, I've got, and I'll get it while this video is playing, because it's really an interesting material, but pumice. People buy pumice stones that are shaped a certain way, and they'll pay a lot of money for them.
They use them for your feet.
And use them
to take the rough skin off
on your feet, right? You take the calluses off your feet and shit with it, and they're really quite beneficial. And the thing is, the people that sell them are making fucking mint for their investment, because that pumice stone is really easy to shape. You could do it with a pocket knife, and it's like so plentiful you wouldn't believe it. All pumice is compressed volcanic ash. It's been a long time, and this ash is fucking pressed together, and it turns into a stone. And I've got a sample of it that I found out in California that found shit. It's everywhere, but I brought home. And the thing about it is, I got this rock of it. It's about this fucking big. It don't hardly weigh nothing, man.
I hear
and
it float on water.
I freak people out with it all the time. I'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm showing them my rock collection, right?" And I've got all these different samples of rocks, and I'll take that thing, and it looks like a big fucking piece of concrete or something, right? And I'll take it and just toss it to them, and they instinctively catch it, and they almost throw it back at you because of the amount of force they're expecting to have to use to catch it. And it's nothing to it. It's like, what? This thing don't weigh shit.
It's airy. It's airy. It's almost like coarse, like a piece of coral.
Yeah. The piece I have is interesting too, because when you turn it the one way, you can see all the layers. You can see the layers. There are a whole bunch of little fine lines. I'll go get it here in a second.
There's other stuff that. I'm sorry again, Roger.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's other stuff that has it in there too. Gojo has it in there, and I think that orange shit has it in there too. Something orange, I forget the name of it. That shit has it in there too. Yeah,
that stuff's got also other stuff in it that'll like take, when you get used to back in the day when you'd get fingerprinted by the police.
It'll grind your fingertips off here, literally.
Well, they give you this orange shit to wash the ink off your fingers with, and that's why that always reminds me of getting that smell always reminds me of getting fingerprinted. Anyway, let me let this thing play, and I'll go get that pumice. I want to show it.
I was told that I was lying, and that this was a fake file. The DOJ website says otherwise. But since I was called a liar, that file number is not the only place that complaint exists. There are 3 pages in this file number. July 7th, 2020. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vagina by entering a finger, rating the children on tightness. The guests were elder men, and Elon Musk, Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric were there. Attorney Alan Dershowitz was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald J. Trump. Forced allowed them to penetrate us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump raped me. Violation, public corruption, white-collar crime, civil rights. What was the exact crime that occurred? Raping children. Does this information involve a government official? If so, what is their name and position/title? Donald J. Trump. Do you have any evidence to support your claim or know of any witnesses to the crime/crimes? Ghislaine Maxwell, Ivanka Trump. Did you suffer any personal losses, financially or physically, due to the crime? PTSD. How long has this activity been going on? Years? 20 years plus. Their first and last name were redacted. Subject information. Donald Trump, 74 years of age. Please do something. Most of the girls have now committed suicide or were murdered. How is contact known? Miss Maxwell introduced us against our will. Additional info. Other women shared their experiences. Women from Miss Teen USA said Trump raped them also. How is contact known? She brought us in from a van in Mexico. She told us we were going to foster care in America. It's definitely in the files and takes less than 5 seconds to find. I'll be back tomorrow and we will continue the Smoking Gun series. And remember, I've put everything into a playlist if you need to catch up.
Dude. Like, you know what? Like, you can show MAGA this and they'll still fucking vote for his ass.
They would.
I don't know how they can, they were the ones clamoring the most to have those files come out. And now that they're out, they're like wanting to not do, it's a Democrat hoax. No, there's Democrats in there too, man. Okay. Absolutely. Reason that, if it's all about Trump, then how come the Democrats didn't release it? It's called mutually assured destruction. Okay. Because everybody's in it. That's what I'm saying. The entire fucking thing. And it doesn't just uncover this. It uncovers the plot for these data centers. Is all everything's in there, man.
Dude, don't buy a car in 2027 because they're putting AI in it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys heard about that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, don't buy a car. Don't buy a new car.
Somebody will figure out how to disable that.
What's that?
Somebody will figure out how to disable that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, somebody smart and witty. Yeah.
I'm gonna make myself full screen here real quick. Here it is. This piece of pumice. This thing weighs almost nothing. But look.
Looks like concrete. Yeah.
You see the layers?
Yeah. Yeah. That's. Don't they use that to date shit? Like.
No.
Well, this is just a series of layers that settled and hardened and shit from the a nearby volcanic eruption. The whole area where I was at in California is it's volcanic underneath. One of the biggest thermal geoplants, geothermal plants is right there, right near where I live. It's like a huge volcanic field. You can see extinct volcanoes all over the place. In fact, we used to go up in the cone of one of them to get rhyolite, those, you know, those reddish brown rocks you get for your landscaping that have holes in them. Yeah, that's that shit laying around everywhere. We'd go up there and get fucking 5-gallon buckets of it and shit to put.
They charge you for that shit now if you go to like a gravel yard.
Well, shit, this was just, it's just there. It's everywhere. And same thing with the black sand. There's an area there. I almost got stuck in the black sand one time. Yeah. It's really crazy. It's pitch black sand. It's wild, man. But yeah, it's that whole area is volcanoes. And so consequently, there's a lot of pumice mines in the area as well.
Cool. Yeah, the one thing I was trying to say earlier is it's the only rock that can float for some reason.
It's the only what?
The only stone that floats.
I haven't tried to float it.
Try it.
But it might. It don't weigh much at all. No. But man, where they grind that shit up into and they mine the pumice, that whole place, you can see it. The one that was by my house in the movie Tremors, because in the background when they're in the town, you can see this cloud in the background coming up from the ground. It's like a white dust cloud, and that's that pumice mine. That's right by my house. What is this? Oh yeah, these dudes that got caught doing their own vandalism on their own house or on their own business and shit.
Yeah, that's a ton of people been caught doing that.
Oh yeah, that's all the time. Let me see.
He almost exposed the starfish crater. Sorry.
The starfish crater. Don't look at that. You'll be offended. What is this? Woman is told by police department that filing a complaint against an impatient cop during a traffic stop is a felony. When accountability becomes, yeah, they tried to run that shit on me one time. Told me that if I filed a complaint, it could turn into a felony against me, and I was like, no, that ain't gonna happen. Fuck you.
It's because it's not fake.
Huh?
Well, you filing a complaint because it's not fake. It's not a lie. They can only do that if what you say is not true.
Well,
just them determining it is not true.
Right. If they determine that they didn't do anything wrong, you can get in trouble. And it's like you always determine that you never did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. How about you do that with me? Next time you pull me over and say, well, thank you for advising me of that. I'll investigate that and see if I was out of line or not. Thank you. Oh, I've investigated myself and found that I was not out of regulation doing anything. So you're good to go. Bye.
So shouldn't that make the courts like a completely neutral entity from government to citizenship? Yeah. But they're not. They're paid.
It's not what you think it is. Mm-hmm. That's where the key lies. It's not what you think it is.
I think it is.
I'm saying I have my insurance and I'm trying to give you my insurance right now and you're refusing to take it.
Okay, and everything's been recorded this whole entire time.
Gallatin Police Department is bullying me and intimidating me, trying to convince me not to file a complaint against one of their officers. I tried to file a complaint and he told me that it would result in a felony charge if I tried to file a complaint against their officer. Here's how we got there. I got pulled over today around 3:30. It started as a speeding ticket, and when I tried to give him my insurance, he would not accept my insurance. You can see the clip at the beginning of this. I'm saying, I have insurance. Why are you writing me a ticket for not having insurance? Please take my insurance. Refused to take it. And when he said, here's the ticket, you need to sign it, I said, no, I don't want to sign that. I have to ask some clarifying questions here. I don't understand why I'm being written a ticket for not having insurance when I am physically presenting you with my insurance. He didn't answer any of my questions. He pushed his arm into my car with the ticket and my driver's license, threw it back in here. And in fact, my driver's license is still stuck here. That's where he threw it. My driver's license is still fucking stuck between my dash and my windshield. Okay. So what did I do? I called the department to try to file a complaint, because if none of that was unlawful, at the very least, it was distasteful and unprofessional. And he told me that I was lying. I was wrong. He didn't see anything wrong with what had happened. And if I filed a complaint against him, that it would be a felony. What are you fucking talking about? I can't file a complaint against an officer? Oh, no, you can. He said I could, but it would be a felony charge because I was lying. Sir, I know you saw the body cam footage, but I also have it recorded on my personal phone. Okay, so what happened is what happened. There's no gray area. It's black and white. He refused to take my insurance and then forced himself into my vehicle, got my driver's license stuck between my dash and my windshield. And that was that. Like, there's no gray. It's black and white. And now you're going to try to intimidate me and bully me and say that I can't file a complaint, or you're going to threaten me with a felony charge? Are you fucking serious?
Well, welcome to wonderful United States of fucking America.
Yep.
This is the reason why people get up and leave.
The United States of America.
That's why when I retire, I ain't sticking around. The minute that check shows up, I'm like, see you later. I'm going on permanent vacation. Good luck to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Remember what I said about serial numbers? Yeah.
Get your passport, people. Yep.
Your passport. You got to have permission.
Yeah.
You got to have permission to pay to live somewhere. Yeah. Nuts.
So I'd like to know, like, the entire stop. Like, so did the officer really see the insurance? And that doesn't make sense to me. Like, he saw that she had insurance and he still wrote her a ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Is that really happening? Like,
dude, they're arresting people for DUI that blow fucking triple zeros, bro.
Right. I've seen those videos. Yeah, you're right about
They
that.
arrested a guy about 6 or 7 years ago for possession of methamphetamine. And you know what it was that they said was methamphetamine? It was donut glaze.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. That's how fucked up this place is. And that's why, you know, I had something happen to me a long time ago I might have, you guys remember it, but I used to work in Boston, downtown. I would park at the airport because it was cheaper to park at the airport. And because how long the train took to get from where I had to go to where I was, it was convenient. It went underneath the water and then popped up and then was right there. I could just get in the car and then drive home. So it was cheaper. It was half the money to park at the airport than it was to park downtown. And I was getting out early for certain days because I'd filled in, and then this guy was coming in early because he couldn't pay me the money. So he said, listen, I'll just come in early whenever I can, and I'll get you out early. And I would leave early. And I kept getting tickets on the car, written for a time later than when I showed up. So they were writing me tickets for fucking 1 o'clock for 12:01 in the morning when the last train comes. But I was there at 10 p.m. And they literally wrote me like 6 tickets in a row because they figured that I wouldn't go and bitch about it, not knowing that my family were police officers. So they didn't know, okay, that those tickets disappeared so fast that it wasn't even funny, because I would have pointed it out to them that, listen, I know what the fuck this is, and this shit better disappear by the end of the week. And if my my insurance goes up or some kind of shit happens, I'm going to have to go to the court, and I don't want to have to do that. So you can make these go away, okay? And here's my phone number, and here's my email, and You could contact me that way. And they never contacted me, and those tickets went away. I never got any somebody. They were literally writing tickets for a later time, 4 hours earlier, when the shit didn't even happen. They were writing a ticket for me being there after I wasn't there.
They put the most untrustworthy people in a position of trust.
Yeah.
This is so fucked up, man. So fucked up.
Yeah.
So I told you those numbers are going to start coming realistic. 39 aircraft, y'all. 39 fucking aircraft they've lost.
This is the intelligence problem Trump has on his hands right now. And since Trump only watches Fox News and gets his information from Israeli intelligence, how is he being informed? So Tulsi Gabbard is supposed to be there every morning providing the intel assessment, right? Is that still happening? Has she been pushed out? Is he seeing this truthful info, or is it being kept from him? I know Megyn Kelly's giving him credit, saying he has agency here, but does he? Either he's not being told the truth, or he knows the truth and is allowing the public narrative to continue anyway to save face. But it gets worse, because the Washington Post this week also, thanks to these leakers inside ODNI, published satellite imagery analysis showing that Iranian strikes damaged or destroyed at least 228 structures, pieces of military equipment at U.S. military sites across the Middle East. That includes barracks, hangars, fuel depots, aircraft, radar, communication systems, air defense equipment. We talked to Colonel McGregor yesterday. He says uninhabitable, most of these places, probably never to be used again. Now, the Post says that level of destruction is far larger than what the U.S. government has publicly acknowledged. Think about that. The American people were told the reports of major U.S. losses were fake news, exaggerations, propaganda, same kind of propaganda that Israel sells to its own people. The Iron Dome stopped all the missiles. No, it didn't. The satellite imagery shows that U.S. facilities were hit and destroyed. It shows that Iran's targeting was more precise than officials wanted to admit. It also shows that American bases across the region may be far more vulnerable than the Pentagon has been willing to say out loud. And this is exactly why intelligence sources appear to be going outside normal channels right now, trying to leak this info to the American people, because sources are telling Redacted they believe the war is being run through a foreign intelligence apparatus. And this brings us to Joe Kent. Kent was the head of the National Counterterrorism Center. He was close to Tulsi Gabbard. He was a Trump supporter. He was not some left-wing resistance nut job, and he resigned over the Iran war. In his resignation letter, Kent said he could not support the war. He said Iran posed no imminent threat to the U.S., and that was the assessment of the intelligence agencies. And he said the U.S. went to war because of pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. So the Washington Post reported that Kent accused high-ranking officials and influential media figures of pushing misinformation about a swift path to victory. It was going to be 4 days in order to sell the American people on this war. It didn't work. The American people hate this war. So I don't know what selling they were really doing anyway. And then Kent went even further in an interview with Tucker Carlson. Kent said that senior officials who had doubts about the strikes were not allowed to share those concerns with President Trump. He said that Israeli officials were providing information that U.S. officials could not confirm through intelligence channels.
I told y'all the numbers are going to come out. They can't hide this forever. See, this has come out. I mean, I wonder how many of these normies that don't really pay attention to what the fuck is going on, they're only getting their information from Fox or whatever. I wonder how many of them know that this many fucking bases were actually hit. Fabio, hush up. Fabio. He's over here having a fucking dream of some kind.
Well, we're having a dream right now, and I want to see the actual body count. That's what I want to see.
Is that what this is? A dream? Oh my God.
Nightmare. Yeah. Fever dream.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. I live next to a naval base where I work, and there were some protesters out there today protesting the Iran war. So it's reaching the normies.
Good.
It really is. They're like, "Fuck this shit. This is bullshit." You know.
I think he killed a lot of his support. You know, as far as the MAGA shit. It's a combination of everything. I think the fact that he's a goddamn diplomatic shit show. Going completely against everything that, and I told y'all way back before he was elected. I said, you watch, when some bitch gets in, fuck America. It's going to be everything for Israel. And boy, did I hit that one right, didn't I?
Oh yeah, dude.
It's going to go all in.
I thought it started off kind of okay, but I didn't, I'm not the type of person that was going to go in the vote anyway and think that this wasn't going to be any different than the fucking zillion times I voted before. So I didn't have much high expectations anyway. I knew at some point the shit show was going to fly off the rails.
Well, that fake assassination attempt right there, boy, I was like, okay, he'll try anything.
Which one, Saw? Which one?
Talking about that one in Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the other one didn't get a whole lot of traction. The one in Butler, boy, that got the iconic photo and everything else like that. And it's like, boy, was that ever set up,
Yeah. You were calling that as it happened. I was here with you. Jeez, it was bad. 150 yards away, they didn't check that rooftop. Come on, be honest.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. They'd be sweeping that whole area. That's why, why did they let Kennedy go down Elm with open windows in the buildings and shit? Secret Service should have had all that locked down. But they weren't supposed to go down Elm. I'm talking about JFK.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to go down Elm. They were supposed to continue straight and go to the stockyard.
Well, maybe they were supposed to, and Sabruder was supposed to be in the spot where he was with the camera.
Well, no, I mean, the parade route, I'm saying they deviated from the parade route, which is suspicious as to why Zapruder would be there to get that footage that he did on his little 8mm camera. Yet that was not the scheduled parade route. How would he know to run down to that area and to have a movie camera? He would have been way over on the road that they turned off of.
Yep. Strange, ain't it?
No, he was the dancing Israeli. He was there to document the event. Okay. Just like the dancing Israelis were.
Did he ever make any money from the Zapruder film?
Oh, I'm sure that he did. I'm sure that there was some kind of payola for his role in that. Let's not forget he was a small hat as well.
Yeah. And nobody ever watches the interviews with the Israelis when they got back to their country. They were interviewed by the media there, and they were heroed up pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They were celebrities.
Wow. Accept that.
Is Israel spying on the United States? Does Israel spy on the United States?
Absolutely, 100% yes. 1,000% yes, of course they are.
But they're our friends.
Yeah, right. They're our friends. One thing about the Israelis, and I learned this, in 1990, we give the Israelis 99% of what we have, whether it's, defense, defense equipment or technology or whatever it is. They want 100%. We don't give them 100%. We give them 99. We don't give anybody 100%. And so they steal the remaining 1%. They have spies spread out all over America.
Still not enough. It's like some friends I have.
Accept that.
Yeah, listen, they're
the leech.
Yes, they're a parasite. They're a parasite, and they'll bleed you dry.
Well, you burn them off with cigars, and you cut their heads off.
Yeah, but it leaves that little pit in your leg, and it turns black. I got bit. Yeah, I had him up to my knees one day, and I was a kid, stupid. And my friend, the boat was going to whack this rock, and he said, hop out, quick, hop out. So I hop out of the boat. Me and my friend were in this little crappy John boat with some oars, and he's trying to row the thing in the lake. The oar come out of the piece on the side. And he's like, oh, shit, hop out so the thing doesn't hit it. And when I hopped out, the underneath the water was mucky. So I was like, no big deal. So I pushed the boat over. He's like, all right, man. Hold on, let me figure this out. And when I went to go hop out, I realized that from foot to knee, I was covered in leeches. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, no, my dad told me what to do. And he went over with his pocket knife and started just slicing them off. But it left all these little black and blue marks like 2-3 days later. And I was covered in these black and blue marks from wherever the leeches got onto me. And oh my God, it freaked me out.
Movie, fucking Stand By Me. Remember that movie where they
freaked me out?
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that. There's some kind of a little worm that'll climb up in your penis.
Yeah.
They talk about the African rivers or South America or some other shit like that.
Yeah, you got to tape that thing shut.
Yeah, I don't want to even be around nothing like that.
Well, it's burning them off is better than the ramifications of keeping them around. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
How are you gonna burn a worm out of your penis?
Well, not out of your penis, probably the leeches.
Oh, well, leeches, that's another story. Yeah.
You don't want them around, man. You really don't.
Well, I don't know. They were beneficial at one time. They used to bleed people.
Yeah, they did.
With leeches. It might work. You don't know. Try it.
For infections. For infections.
Yeah.
That's what they used to use them for.
You know what they're using on burn patients?
No.
Sterile maggots.
That'll work. Yeah, I guess.
They eat the dead skin.
Yeah, they only eat the dead skin.
Yeah.
Of course, I've read stories about people on the Civil War battlefields that would be there long enough with a huge wound, like part of their leg blowed off or something. They're like losing their mind because they can feel the fucking maggots crawling around in it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I have a story for that, but I can't tell you here. The other thing too is when you go to certain parts in Asia where they have these places where they have these tanks and you sit on like a bench and you put your feet in the water and all the fish start picking at your feet. You ever see that?
They got in the States now.
Exfoliation.
Yeah, you get the fish to come up and eat the dead skin off your feet, man. They motherfuckers get fat on my feet. I'll tell you what, I got some calluses they could work on.
Get you a tank, son.
Them fucking them bunions, bro.
They'd put my feet in a fucking piranha tank to start with.
Those ain't bunions, they're onions.
Yeah, man. You got another toe growing out of the side of your fucking foot, man. You gotta do something with that. God, this guy's a fuck stain because he spells his name with an E.
Oh, damn it.
Unlike me, who doesn't use the E.
This reminds me of Ollie North a little bit.
He's a fag. Listen, he's pretty much trying to pussyfoot around the whole idea that the United States pretty much got their asses handed to them by Iran. It's unfortunate, but true.
Could you explain to the American people why, with the vast investment we've made in national defense and military, how Iran, after they've been attacked by us, is still capable of stopping the traffic in the Straits of Hormuz?
Well, sure, it's a complex situation out there with a lot of different small boats that are out there and other capabilities. Some of this is on the commercial traffickers. Some of this is on, again, back to the main problem, and that's Iran holding the global economy hostage through the Straits. I would encourage them to think wisely about their next moves and to take the opportunity to open the Straits. They have that choice to make.
They certainly do. I guess the question in my mind is, as we talk about trillion-dollar plus budgets for our military, it appears that a very small budget is holding us hostage in the Straits of Hormuz. Yield, Mr. Chairman.
God damn.
Dude, he asked a valid question. He really did. Yeah.
But we are
think about that cost. Think about that cost. Oh, we can't fund, this, we can't do that because we're fucking broke. Why are we broke? Because we put fucking trillions of dollars into our goddamn military that can't even, what the fuck, man?
Well, if we didn't start this to start with, we wouldn't be where we are now.
No shit.
Right.
No shit.
Yeah, shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I can tell. I mean, go ahead, Sal. Sorry.
Oh, you're all right. Go ahead. I was kind of talking to myself. I think this is kind of what I found here. Is I think that's about these ships that are coming into the strait that they were talking about earlier, British or something.
Yeah, the British.
Anyway, go ahead with what you were saying.
I was going to say I work for the DO. Well, was it the DOW now? Department of War.
Department of War, yes.
And I can.
Yeah,
I can't get into it, but I can tell you that the people are fed a lie. It's not exactly what you think. I'll put it that way. So, yeah.
Oh no, they always, it's what do they say? The first casualty of war is the truth.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's money laundering. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's money moving.
The press will usually, as a propaganda wing for the government, will take the misinformation. They won't dig into it because they're acting more as a cheerleader for their team and trying to get the crowd behind the team, regardless of the fact that they keep getting pushed back to their to the wrong end of the field. You know what I'm saying? It's and so consequently, the other side does that too. They always want to act like they're winning, they're decimating, blah, 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 blah. So there again, just like I always say, there's his story, her story, and then the real story. And I think that's kind of a case of what we're seeing here. I have to look at it from a logical standpoint. I'm going, okay, you've had this many aircraft put down, you've had this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And you're telling me there's only like 8 people got killed? Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up with that. I don't even want to hear that. And now the real truth's coming out. All these bases they're uninhabitable. They're not even habitable now. They're just fucked up. They're gone. Boom.
Those bases weren't empty either. So they had staff on those bases, and every one of them got hit. That's the info that I want to hear, because I think the majority of ones that the people that probably got casualties are probably from the bases being hit, stocked with people. I think that's the big thing that they're.
I want to hear the real action reports. I want to hear the actual action reports. Okay, because these incidences don't go without an action report. Okay, the military is very sticky about their fucking paperwork and shit. Okay, and there's after action reports that are written up by lieutenants, squad leaders, and such that are put into the record. Just like with when cops have an incident, they have to write a report. The same thing with the military. They don't just have a battle and then that's over. For the common infantrymen, yeah, that's true. But then the lieutenants all have to give their commander a battlefield report. Okay. And then those people take that report and that's submitted for the record so that it's part of the logistics. So why the fuck is that being held from us? We should be able to, because you could learn from that. Somebody say, well, hey, here's where you made your mistake. Maybe if you don't do this, that, or the other the next time,
Like a good boxer, doesn't he review the videotape of another boxer? He studies his moves and stuff. You learn from it. Yeah.
Of course. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, you watch film. You watch film of the guy boxing. It'd be the same thing when you football teams. They watch film of the teams playing the game before, so they can see the strategy, see what they're doing, see their lineups. What do they do when they hit certain scenarios? How do they? What plays do they play over and over and over? What's their
right?
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
So what the hell are we looking at here, Sal?
You're looking at a megaphone.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. You'll see. Watch.
Iran just changed the rules. Every time America attacks an Iranian oil tanker, Iran will now hit an American military base. Iran's Revolutionary Guard said it directly, quote, any aggression against Iran's oil tankers and commercial vessels will result in a heavy assault against one of the American centers in the region or the enemy's ships. This came after the U.S. struck 2 Iranian-flagged tankers in the Gulf of Oman in a single week, firing precision-guided munitions directly into their exhaust stacks. Iran retaliated with ballistic missiles and drones against U.S. naval vessels, and then issued this new warning. Here is the shift. Before, Iran was targeting U.S. warships passing nearby. Now there are no American warships close enough. So the next target is almost certainly a U.S. military base. And America has bases across the UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. America can intercept missiles aimed at its warships. It cannot survive the diplomatic collapse that follows if Iran starts hitting Gulf allies, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. Those countries host American bases, American oil infrastructure, and American alliances that took decades to build. And the markets already see it. Polymarket now puts the chance of America lifting its naval blockade by May 31st at 26% and by June 30th at 55%. Meanwhile, America's blockade has already redirected 65 commercial vessels and locked 41 Iranian tankers carrying 69 million barrels of oil inside Iranian ports with nowhere to go. Two outcomes from here. America scales back and a peace deal becomes possible, or America keeps striking and Iran starts hitting bases and the entire Gulf goes up. Either way, I'm going to keep you up to date. So for more global news like this, leave me a follow.
As D-Man said,
I don't know how
enjoy the winning.
they could be logistically sustainable.
It's not.
Well, I think it stresses out the partnerships because that's exactly what they're doing by doing that. They're knocking their shit out. They're not attacking those countries' infrastructure or doing anything like that. They're just knocking their bases out and saying, well, we told you, you put these people on your land. This is what's going to happen. I think it's putting pressure on their allies. Well, I don't know if they're allies. They're more money allies. Mm-hmm. But I think that's putting a lot of strain on their relationships between the U.S. and these other Gulf countries. I almost went to Qatar last year, and I was going to go. Yeah, I was going to go last year and then do a live while I was there talking to you guys all done up in the gig. I was going to put the whole dress on and do the whole fucking thing. And I was going to do it. I was going to take a, me and Roger talked about it.
Yeah,
I was going to take a cruise from New Jersey to Amsterdam, stay in Amsterdam for like a week because I have friends there. And then I was going to go to Qatar and stay at Qatar and then fly from Qatar back to New Jersey. And it was a good thing I didn't do it. It was a good thing I didn't do it because all this shit all started. And I was like, well, screw that idea. That's never going to happen. And even if I ever did go there, say 2 years from now, I don't think I'd be too well received. So I was like, okay, it's kind of a good thing I didn't go.
Well, this makes me think of like why the gas price is so high. If they're holding the gas or the oil captive, we're doing it. We're making this problem.
Oh, they're saying they want to open the Gulf. The Gulf was open before this shit happened. Yeah. So, I mean, they're just bullshitting at this point. They just want to steal shit. That's all. They just don't want to say that that's what they're doing. They don't want to come out and say, okay, we're stealing shit. If you don't bow to us, then we're going to steal your shit. I mean, they did it in Venezuela. They're doing it in all these other places now. It's like, it's fucking sad. These people are not the representative of me at all. Period. At all.
Yeah, and that's what I think the world they need to know that not all of us are fucked up.
What's a Waymo vehicle?
A what?
Waymo.
Yeah, I think they're hang on,
Are those self-driving cars that pick you up
like a taxi? They are. They're like a self-driving taxi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got them in the cities, big cities, probably in Los Angeles and New York City or something.
Would you trust it though? Think about it.
The fuck no. Fuck no. You don't have to worry about that fucking bride. You have to worry about the other dickheads who are fucking around you. If you've ever been in a car in New York City, Jesus, if you have anxiety, you better double up on the medication.
I've heard that. I've never been there. I never had a desire to go there for any reason. And I see that like in movies and shit like that. And I'm like, how in the fuck are those people not just losing their goddamn minds, man? I mean, you just sit there and motherfuckers just creeping along or stopping and leaving their car in the road and going in someplace and shit. I'm like, this is
oh, it's double parking. I grew up in Boston and New York is, it's just 2 states away. And I used to go there when I was a kid, like 14, 15 years old. My mother would let me go stay at my friends in Yonkers, New York. And Jesus, some of the shit I would see when we would go into like Brooklyn and Queens and Manhattan and go get food and shit, go to Times Square and go walk around. Rats the size of cats, people fighting, shitting on the street, just cops everywhere, constant noise. Like I said, if you have anxiety, you will hate that place because it is nonstop. I mean, just constant. Boston's the same way. It's noisy as shit. You live next to an airport. There's planes flying over your house 24 hours a day. There's constant sirens. There's no light. I mean, it's constant lights. So, when you're around there and you go someplace quiet, you can't sleep because your ears are ringing constantly from the constant noise. When I moved up here, out in the fucking boonies, middle of nowhere, I couldn't sleep. And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why can't I fall asleep? I just couldn't fall asleep. And it's because it was too quiet. And I was just so used to hearing all the fucking noise all the time that my ears rang constantly all the time because spending, 30 years in the city, and I was just like, Jesus, that fucking, and if I go there now, like I was saying earlier, my anxiety skyrockets because of just how many people are around you, and people are dicks. There's a term in Massachusetts called masshole. You're a masshole. Yeah. And it's totally true because the masshole thing is real.
Do you know what an inhabitant of Massachusetts is called? Like, for instance, you've got a Michiganian or Michigander, Floridians, that kind of thing. It's a Massachusetts.
Yeah, Chusett. Yeah, I could see that.
It is, and Massachusetts is plural. So
it's named after a Native Americans. It's a Native American. It's actually a Native American on the state flag.
Do you actually think this is this girl's name, Wendy Corona?
Yeah, her name is Wendy Corona. Anyway, this
man. Listen, imagine the jokes she had to endure a couple of years ago.
Oh no shit! I bet you everybody stayed away from her. Staying 6 feet from you, I'll guarantee it.
Video here captured several of the self-driving cars just clogging up a neighborhood cul-de-sac. The people living in the Northwest Atlanta neighborhood say dozens end up circling their community. Channel 2 Steve Gelbach is on one street where they want the Waymos to stop.
Good God, look at them all.
Cul-de-sac around our area, so I think it's a real problem.
Waymo after Waymo after Waymo enter this dead-end street, usually early in the morning.
I think yesterday morning.
God, it's like maximum overdrive. They're going to start killing people, man.
Soda machines are going to throw sodas out and hit kids on baseball fields.
That was a fucking crazy movie.
Had 50 cars that came through between 6 and 7.
Neighbors on Battleview Drive started seeing the autonomous driverless cars 2 months ago, but the groupings and large number of Waymos just started circling in and out in the last couple weeks. They even shared video with us when neighbors used this little guy to put him right out here in the street to block the Waymos from getting into the cul-de-sac, and you can imagine what happened next.
Oh, fuck.
At 1.8 Waymos that were stuck trying to figure out how to turn around.
The Waymos are empty and not picking anyone up. Parents are worried, not only calling it excessive, but dangerous.
We're families, we have small kids, we have animals and pets, we've got kids getting on the bus in the mornings, and it just doesn't feel safe to have that traffic.
Neighbors reached out to Waymo and have not got a response. They've also contacted their council member, representatives, and GDOT. Don't know what to do.
We would just like to see them stay on main traffic roads. I don't think there's any reason to be on small residential cul-de-sacs if they're not picking up somebody.
Steve Gelbach, Channel 2 Action News.
Why are they just randomly driving around burning electricity?
No shit.
Why don't they just pull the fuck over and just shut off? Like people act like these things are so fucking smart. Look, they're not so fucking smart. Why would they have to just drive around randomly? Why don't they go to a Home Depot and just sit in the parking lot, park next to each other at a little block and wait, and then take off and go when somebody calls, or whatever the fuck? Like, but the people say, oh well, gee, they're saving electricity. Well, how are they charged? By using fucking electricity that costs money. So they're burning more money by driving around doing absolutely nothing, going around a cul-de-sac in circles. It's like, oh my God, what the fuck is this saving us?
Nothing. No, imagine you're going to work that morning, you have to leave the house, and you're late for work, and your excuse is, well, there were a whole bunch of Waymos blocking the road. I couldn't get here in time.
Why don't people just walk over and start spray painting them? That way they're just pelting them with stuff.
No, drive one through Detroit and watch it get stripped.
Oh man, they were doing those friggin' delivery bots. I think in like L.A.
Yeah,
those little fucking L.A. delivery bots that are like they use Google Maps. People went up. People, they were stopping at crosswalks and people were walking over and spray painting the friggin' cameras, so it didn't know what to do, and the thing would just flip over or fall off a thing or go off the curb. People were busting them open and taking the food out of them and shit. It's like this shit ain't gonna work.
They got those downtown around Harrisonburg. For a lot of them are on campus. You go on the JMU campus, and it's
JMU.
things are all over the place. Yeah.
Wow, that's sad, bro. They used to be a nice town.
It was like that in Phoenix too. They do the same thing.
It's been getting progressively more
gentrified
into a city, it has. It's some of the stuff is really cool. I remember I worked on there was an old seed grain elevator downtown, and it was a seed company, and they renovated that, and I worked on putting in the floors. And that was rough because this place was like 150 years old, man. And there wasn't a fucking square angle in there. There wasn't a right angle in there. You had to do a lot of adjustments. Anyway, they ended up turning it into apartments, which was pretty cool. They're pretty nice apartments and everything, but and a historical old building didn't go to waste. I like that. And then in part of it, they put a restaurant. And I worked on part of the staircase for that big, huge, grand staircase. Took about 20 guys to set it in place, man. This thing was so huge. It was fucked up.
Did you make good money on that? I hope.
Well, you make what you make, but that's what I do. Sometimes it's extraneously hard work that you got to do, and then there's times where it's just easy cakewalk shit, So, it's the stress level of it is varying depending on what you're doing.
So I'm guessing that you are.
Oh, I was going to say Laura Loomer got her own little Lego movie. This is going to be this Lego movies about her. There'll be a Lego movie of me here for too long.
Every post knelt at his feet. Watch dog bark with a lap dog face. Begging that gold room pillowcase. Laura, you wanted the ride, you wanted the room, you wanted his tiny mushroom. You got it all as long as you wear that pillowcase, pillowcase, pillowcase. He wants the body, not the face. Pillowcase, pillowcase, lights out, girl. Know your place.
Butterface. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a real beauty.
Oh, I bet you her vagina has teeth.
She was doxing. TYT was talking about. She was doxing Anna's husband and Chenk's wife on. Yeah. You can look it up. It's a real deal too. She's a real scuzzbag.
That's why I say I bet her vagina has teeth.
Ugh.
Fangs.
Ugh, God.
I seen this video of her about half drunk trying to grind up on this young guy and shit, and just being a total skank. And the dude's like, his whole thing, he's trying to not be a dick, but he's also showing that I am not fucking in the least bit interested. It's pretty bad. And there's a lot of shit about this. Ben Shapiro's family. It's something about his uncle, Ben Shapiro's uncle, Zalman Shapiro, committed treason. His uncle sold all the U.S. to Israel and shit.
Yeah, I talked about this a while ago, a few months ago. Yeah, his family's there. They're all nasty.
What's going on with the downfall of all these podcast people? You got the whole thing. The Shapiro network is just it's closing up. It's going bankrupt. What is that noise?
Oh, that was me. Sorry, I was moving. Who was the guy there that was working? Bongino. Bongino was the other one.
Yeah, Bongino. He's like fucking rock bottom bullshit now. You know, all these guys. Cash Patel. Look at what a buffoon he turned out to be. You know, I mean, what in the fuck is going on here?
Are you shocked, Saab? Really? Are you really surprised?
Well, I mean, it's like, what is the deal with okay, so these people now we find out that they're, Daily Wire is that ingrained with, I don't know. Let's hear this. Let's see it. I like that fucking clock back there, though. That gold clock. That's pretty cool. Of course, I like clocks anyway.
Who are you, dude? Like, he's telling American people, well, you are wrong to want good for America because Israel comes first. He never said exactly these words, but that's where he's going. Like, we support Israel. We should support Israel. Who are you to decide who American people should support? Like, who are you?
He's really operative. And I think that, and you can fact check this, but I was told when I was at the Daily Wire that his uncle is the one that sold all the uranium to Israel, stole all of our uranium. Zalman Shapiro. He ended up not being charged for it because I think he pled anti-Semitism in court or something, but he did sell all of our uranium. So this is who and what his family is. And this is what he was raised to believe that he's chosen. And so I think when you are raised with that philosophy of thinking that everything is yours, that you should be allowed to steal and rape and kill and take people's property because you're promised something, chosen by whom? Satan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, if you can do this to children and you genuinely believe that you have a separate, as the Talmud instructs, that you have a separate spirit. They're animals, you're not. By the way, I wouldn't treat an animal as they treat the Palestinians, just to be clear.
Right.
And actually, when you watch their behavior, the deep irony is they can't think through, no, you have the spirit of animals. Look at you. Look at what you're doing.
This Candace Owens, she's full of shit, dude. She was riding Trump's dick until he didn't fucking put her in the administration. And now she's
whoever's working her is putting out some information that's very damning to these others, or is at least appearing to be.
Well, did she marry a Rockefeller?
She's married to a lord, or her father-in-law is a lord or something like that.
She rode Shapiro's dick. She was part of his group.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, she didn't give a shit when she went and joined the group in the first place because she didn't know jack shit about the people that she was joining. Didn't care either.
She didn't until she realized she was the token black.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an ethno-supremacist state. That's what it is.
Yep. It's a bunch of shit's what it is, man. I'll tell you that right now. Israel needs to go. There's no denying that at all.
I just don't want anything to do with it. They can go find some other. They can go find some other fucking animal to ride its back.
Well, ever since this war started, that's all we've heard about is something to do with some Israeli connection of some sort.
Mm-hmm. And then I want to know who come up with that ludicrous bullshit about atomic suicide vest. That's what I want to know. I want to know who came up with that idea for that story.
It's just more scared. It's just scared shit. That's all it is. They're just trying to say stupid shit to scare people.
It's funny, man. I know it's because and I just laugh. I hear the shit that goes on, and it's like, here, okay, there's a historic visit to China. Let's see how's he going to embarrass us this time, right? Oh my God.
It's too late, brother. We're a laughing stock on the world stage now.
I mean, think about this. He gets up there and says, yeah, in fact, we've got so many fucking Chinese restaurants. They outnumber it by 5 times any of all the other restaurants combined and shit. And I'm like, what are you going to do is go to Nigeria and tell those people, oh yeah, we still run reruns of the Jefferson and Sanford and Son and stuff. So,
yeah,
what?
It's the same logic, yeah.
Right?
Sanford and Son, yeah.
You know how many times a year we play Roots?
Right? Yeah, we watched Roots, and by the way, we're deeply ashamed for the, what the fuck, apologeticus Americanus.
Even though we built our country upon it, our bad. Sorry about that.
Still building it on it or destroying it with it. With the slaves. 14th Amendment just made everybody a fucking slave.
Everybody's a slave. Everybody. Doesn't matter what it is. I said to somebody who talked that shit to me one day about his people being slaves, this and that. I said, MFer, fucking white people are slaves. And he laughed at me. I said, yeah, get on the fucking internet. You got that supercomputer in your hand? Go look up the Irish. And he must have looked it up and said, oh shit, I never knew that happened. Yeah. You think you're the only person in the world that was treated like shit? I said, everybody's been treated like shit. Doesn't matter who it is.
Where do you think the word comes from?
Slav.
Slav. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those people are black, are they?
Slavics.
Yes. Well, in fact, I was just watching, before I came on, watched a movie called Pompeii. And it had the guy that was in Game of Thrones and played Jon Snow. He was in it. And he was a Slav that was, captured by the Romans and made to be a gladiator. And, they even called him that. Get up on your feet, Slav. And I was like, yes, right there in your face. People really don't realize that's where the word slave comes from.
Yeah. They made a movie, Gladiator. All the gladiators were white. Most of them. There were some black ones, but most of them were white, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was in their face. They didn't want to see it. They ignored it. This is where we're at, dude.
Where's my reparations?
Pompeii, the one guy that he was going to have to fight for like the big, show was a black dude, but then they ended up being friends and fighting together, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, just like in the movie, the first one with Russell Crowe, he led them. He connected with the other ones who were the other main character. He was a black gentleman.
Yep.
But it's
like ebony and ivory come together in perfect. Right? Remember that with Michael Jackson and this? Listen, I've watched him try to do this race shit, and it's like Morgan Freeman says, man, just stop talking about it. Quit looking at it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem.
Look at it this way. You've never owned a slave and you weren't a slave yourself. You shouldn't be concerned. Everybody at some point was one to somewhere to someone. So it doesn't matter what the color, it doesn't matter. Everybody's been exploited in some way at some point. It doesn't matter who you are.
I want my reparations.
On now. Yes, sir.
I want them.
Yeah. I want my reparations and I want them now.
I mean, look at Asia. How many slaves were in Asia, dude? I mean, like, it's ridiculous to think that it was just, African American. Come on, man.
No. The Chinese built the railroad here in the West. Do you think they were like not put the slave labor? Yeah, they were.
Indentured servants.
Well, that was the word they used.
Yeah, that's a slave. That's a slave.
Yeah.
An apprenticeship. Let me tell you something. When my dad when he applied for an apprenticeship at General Motors, okay, he was an indentured servant until he got his journeyman card. He was an indentured servant. I still have his indenturement papers.
Was he Auto Workers Union? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was NAGE, National Association of Government Employees.
Okay.
That's quite nagey of you. Yeah.
That's nagey, man.
Nagey.
Anyway, here's a little history. Look, we can learn history from Legos now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is like kind of like the whole thing of how Iran came to where they're at now.
Yeah. 1953. They stole our democracy. Take it back, take it back, take it back. You overthrew Mossadegh, put the Shah on our back, stole our oil, trained your dogs to attack. But in 70 hours we rose up and took it back. Scene 53, CIA and MI6 made the plan. Overthrew our elected leader, my side of the man. He said the oil belongs to Iran, not to the West. So they paid the general, staged the coup d'etat, and did the rest. Installed the Shah like a puppet on a golden throne. Savak torture chambers, people dying alone. Decades of repression, foreign boots on our neck, but the fire in our hearts never once left. Take it back, take it back, take it back. You overthrew Mossadegh, put the Shah on our back, stole our oil. Trained your dogs to attack, but in 79 we rose up and took it back. The people marched in the streets, millions strong. Shouted down the tanks, proved the Shah was wrong. They tried to stop us with bullets, with fear, with lies, but the revolution burned brighter in our eyes. We kicked out the Shah, we kicked out the throne. Told the foreigners this land is our own. From the ashes of the coup d'etat, a new nation was born. Independent, defiant, standing tall to the dawn. Now they're back again with new tricks. Same old lies, talking peace at the table while they're sharpening their knives. They on the chaos, then cry about the cost. But we've been burned before, we know what they lost. 90 million strong, lessons carved in our bone. You can try the same game, but we've already grown. Every time you push, we only rise taller. History taught us well, we will never fall, brother. Sacred defense. We took it back once, we'll take it back again. Yeah.
There you go. That's exactly what happened, man.
Enough
That's
said.
beautiful.
Yep.
That's
what else
beautiful.
can be? Yeah, I mean, what else can be said? Is there anything else we can say?
No, I mean that's what happened. That's and that same story can be told of Iraq. The same story can be told of Syria.
Right.
You know, it's always us. It's always
Yeah.
us. We're the
Yeah.
bad guys, man. Really, and what not you and me personally, but I mean our government. And here we are because we have this illusion of what we think our government is. People don't see it that way. See, they've been fed this propaganda that we're freedom and democracy or bringing fair elections or these people are oppressed and we're the freedom police around the world.
No,
that's not the case. The empire, just like Darth Vader.
Yeah. That's what they say that the intent is, but it's never what they do. It's the complete opposite always.
It's been started from when we say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I mean, we're conditioned.
Anything more ridiculous than that? Think about it.
Yeah, right. I mean, think about what you're doing there. You're pledging allegiance to a flag, right?
And the republic for which it stands.
Yeah, and then it used to be under God, and they took that out, and they said
indivisible.
Indivisible, yeah. It's conditioning, man. We've been conditioned to think that we're the greatest country in the world, and in reality, we're really not. We're the most oppressed country in the world.
Look at the salute we used to do. We used to do a different salute too. We used to raise your hand up with your palm raised up, and then people don't know that either.
Nope, not for a minute. They don't know that, and they think, "Oh, that's representative of the Nazis." No, that's a salute. Okay, that's all that is. It's not indicative of them because we did it here in America as well.
They also misuse the swastika. The swastika was a good luck symbol,
right?
In a lot of cultures, it was even used in Native American culture. It was used as not as a war symbol or as a death symbol or an evil symbol. But same thing with the rainbow. They hijacked. The rainbow was hijacked.
Right.
There was certain things that they took and returned into something else that they could say, okay, yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, you can't have those symbols.
Right. Yeah, the rainbow was actually biblical. It's God's promise not to flood the earth again. But they turned it into that's a true statement.
I think that the gay one's missing a color too.
Is it?
Have you seen the new ones? It's got like 40. It's got like all kinds of shit, plus signs and angles and triangles and all kinds of shit all over it.
Then what is it? It's just a weirdo flag. Is all that is. You start getting that. And why do people have to have a flag? Why do we have to have flags? What the fuck is that for?
Borders. It enforces borders.
It's stupid as shit, isn't it?
Invisible lines in the earth. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Look, I own this. Why? Because I peed here. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's basically what we're doing.
You never somebody didn't want something and you went over and grabbed it and licked it so that the other bird wouldn't eat it.
I always tell my wife that. I say, I lick those so that you can't eat them. She goes, you did not. I didn't really, but you don't know if I did or didn't, though, really. Anyway, here's about a citizen's arrest. I don't know what this is. Hang on. Does your state have statutes allowing for you to make a citizen's arrest?
Okay, it will have to be brief, Mr. Alexander,
Briefly, Your Honor.
because I do have 4 trials.
Pursuant to documents filed in the United States District Court this day, Fresno County Superior Court judges and bank, including all, the full court, are named expect adverse parties in a federal class action lawsuit. Thus, it would be inappropriate for any Fresno County Superior Court judge to hear this case. Equally, it is my intent, pursuant to my authority under California Penal Code, Section 837, place Mr. Polkowski under citizen's arrest.
On what basis, sir?
Violation of Penal Code Section 166, as well as 422.6, 422.7. At this point in time, I am additionally requesting that a peace officer of the state of California takes that individual who I now deliver into custody. You may cite him out pursuant to Penal Code Section 849, sub B1. That's your discretion. Additionally, Your Honor, I would leave the court a copy momentarily, my personal file copy of said petition under Federal Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 27, filed this day with the federal court. I will be additionally going over and serving the presiding judge and bank.
Tom, if you could hand me a copy of that Mr. Alexander has.
I would like to have this back, Your Honor, and while the matter is under consideration, I would like to depart from the courtroom, proceed with my associates across the street to serve the presiding judge. Also, my associate here today has a duplicate copy for which we would like to serve on Mr. Polkowski. Therefore, I would request that these documents, whatever they are, be returned to Mr. Polkowski, and when it's determined how we proceed, such appropriate service should then take place. I believe, Your Honor, that Mr. Polkowski, everyone in the district attorney's office, pursuant to this Federal Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 27 petition, as well as every judge in the Fresno County court system appearing in bank, has a personal interest in the outcome of this matter, and therefore be inappropriate and create a conflict of interest. In the event I'm wrong, I would like minimum of 2 days to prepare a 170.1A6C challenge for cause against each and every judge in the Fresno County Superior Court system.
I'd go along with this request to continue the case for a couple of days until Friday. I think that's what should be done. I haven't had enough. Has this actually been filed? It was.
My copy indicates that it has been lodged with the clerk of the U.S. District Court.
Miscellaneous cases as such are initially set before a magistrate, which has been explained to the federal court clerk would be inappropriate. The case has been titled for Courtroom 1 for the Honorable United States District Court Judge Robert E. Coyle. When cases as such and a petition as such are filed, they are assigned at the interim a miscellaneous case number, and therefore they are only logged and not officially filed until it actually goes to the magistrate and then proceeds to the federal court judge for review. At that point in time, it will be assigned a permanent case number for which the following class action lawsuit will additionally be titled under the same case number.
Again, I was just given a copy of it a minute ago, and there's no named defendants.
Expected adverse parties, I believe, are listed on page 6.
Wow. Do you see how our system is so damn complicated that like the average person could never fight in court?
I know it. It's insane.
That guy was insanely smart. Like he knew the law and he was giving them the terms, but the average person does not know that stuff.
No,
that's an old video.
Yeah, it is. You can tell.
by the computers. Yeah, it's like the 90s probably or early 2000s. But still, though, like the facts are the same. Like this guy is speaking the truth in terms of the court jargon that you need to speak when you're there. You see how complicated it is?
Yeah.
You have no chance in court if you don't know that stuff. It's crazy.
Right.
Dude.
That's why you need to get out of their commercial court and take it into the jurisdiction of common law court.
Right.
All you have to do is invoke your common law rights.
The process is the punishment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Putting you through the ringer and dragging your ass through the whole thing and wasting all your time. Yeah, that's the punishment.
You got to be a sovereign citizen, though, to invoke common.
Well, they like to use that as a trigger word, and the courts hate it. So
overly complicated, bro.
Yeah.
They get really pissed off about it. I'm looking. I lost my place now. I don't know where I am.
I wish they get mad at your name too, Saab, wouldn't they?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Guys, I have to run. It's getting kind of late, and I got to work early. I hit the button earlier, and it disconnected me.
Oh, shit.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me up. So it's good to see everybody in chat.
Good, man.
Good to see you guys. I'll be lurking.
All right, D-Man. Yep.
Okay, so I'm back to that. Okay.
I'll drop you a link, D-Man, too, for tomorrow.
Oh, is that? Oh, it's over. How long did it last?
Did you find another Lego movie, Saab?
No. Well, maybe.
Well,
Let's see. Hang on. So it's what, 40? I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look at it later. There's something else I was looking at, and I'll have to look at it later. Is all. I'm looking here. I had something, and now I lost it. You know, when shit refreshes on me, it pisses me off. Something fierce here. What the fuck here? Oh, what is this? Straight from the mouth of a coin clipper. That's a new one. Have you ever heard that called? Heard them called the coin clippers?
no, sir.
It's the Jews.
It's the Jews. It's not the Jews, bro.
It is the Jews.
It is billionaire psychopaths that have sold the world for profit.
So, in other words, the Jews.
Christians United for Israel has over 10 million members in the United States, and there's only 7.5 million Jews living in the U.S.
And yet we still run the world, and we still own the media and everything, so it is the Jews.
For centuries in Europe, Jews were strictly prevented from owning land, holding public office, or performing all sorts of professions.
Can we please not talk about that?
Saying Jews are just good with money is about as ridiculous as saying, oh, black people are just better at sports.
Well, it's true, ain't it?
What it does show is that black people, especially in poor areas, will turn to sports more than their white counterparts because of the simple fact that they have less access to economic opportunities.
Because again, the Jews.
And in all honesty, if Jews secretly had all this power and money, do you really think I'd be working a job right now?
Actually, I don't see this, and I don't see this, so does add up.
See, they freely admit it, but if you say it, then you're antiseptic. See,
Wasn't antiseptic kind of good in a way?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
It seems to me if that means that you're against that reprehensible behavior, then I don't see a problem with it. Not my problem. You know what I'm saying? It's my problem that you're if you're causing yourself problems and then want me to help you fix your fucking problem. I heard somebody else describe it that same way. He's that guy. Israel's that guy that goes out with you and gets mouthy drunk and starts a fight and wants you to get in the middle of the fight. And it's like, no, dude.
No.
That ain't how that works, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, here's where they beat this kid at a school today. Riverside County Sheriff's deputy caught on video manhandling a child. This is the same Chad Bianco who argued kids don't have rights, the same sheriff whose department has cost taxpayers millions in misconduct payouts. Let's take a look at that real quick. What your tax dollars pay for right there. Kid. That fat motherfucker beating him up. Look at that. Look at that.
Students don't have rights. Kids don't have rights. I was responsible for my kids. My kids didn't have rights. From a law enforcement
Kids have rights, really?
Kids, parents are responsible for their children. Are you going to say that they're not?
Well, I think it's both.
Does any child that small need to be handcuffed?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco told us last year that no one can fairly assess that need with one piece of video, one snapshot, one perspective.
See, at one point, this deputy puts his knee on his back.
But he also said he'd seen enough to know what happened here.
On that video, I saw nothing that would cause me as the sheriff or the leader of deputies that could have been handling that would have caused me an issue and said, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Are your deputies racist?
Absolutely, unequivocally, no.
And the sheriff disagreed with the attorney's own statistics that had said this issue was even bigger.
Do you think that's possible?
That is a disingenuous attorney that has done everything she possibly could to find a statistic that could make everyone say, oh my gosh, the racist cops. Oh my gosh, the racist cops.
It's a defensive response, I think, to, not want to face the facts and really answer up to what's really happening.
That sheriff had just watched the video that you watched.
Yeah, he should be fired. He can try to explain it off any way that he want to, but the facts is still going to be the facts.
Jesus Christ. That was a school resource officer, by the way, too. I mean, I wonder what that kid could have done that would warrant that kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably makes six figures. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, the sheriff's always going to back his deputies, bro. Like,
of course. Well, he shouldn't. If he's worth a fuck. You get rid of those sons of bitches. You say, listen, that's no way we're not supposed to behave that way. You're out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
You
could easily do that and find another deputy who's going to be an honest police officer. But
yeah. Good luck, because I mean, who wants to take it? If the sheriff was actually doing the duties of a sheriff, then it could be an honorable profession, and to be a deputy. But
right.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah, they're not.
See, they're not in the role that they're not fulfilling the role that they should be fulfilling. Otherwise,
Correct.
We wouldn't have shit like that right there at all.
Correct. Yeah.
She says this girl says your victim card is over, man.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing about this, so let's get into it. Everybody wants to scream about racism 24/7 without talking about the real daggum issue. Character. Every race has salt of the earth people, just good, common sense, down to the earth people. And every race also has the embarrassments to society, the degenerates. Every race has men and women out here busting their asses, raising their families, building businesses, serving their country, helping in their communities, just trying to make the world just a little bit better than what it was when they came into it. And every race also has people who are loud, ignorant, violent, lazy, dysfunctional, addicted to victimhood, and allergic to accountability. That's not a skin color problem. That is a failure of character problem. And I am so sick and tired of people acting like melanin automatically determines morality. I hate to burst your bubble there, sugar tits, because trash comes in every damn color. Because I have met black people who have more honor, discipline, and integrity in their pinky finger than some white people do in their whole entire bloodline. I've also met Hispanic people who would give me the shirt off their back, while other people would be out here robbing their grandma for a damn cigarette. I've met Asians, Indians, people from other backgrounds and ethnicities who are just salt of the earth people. And in those same ethnicities and backgrounds, I've met useless pieces of shit as well. Because being garbage isn't exclusive to one skin tone. Let me also throw this in here as well. To anybody who is out here running around and being disrespectful and hateful to people for no damn reason, and you want to hide behind the free speech, you are trash. Because all you're doing is pouring gasoline onto the division that we already have. You are making this world more toxic. And let me also say this. Some of y'all people weaponize racism as a shield from accountability every time somebody calls you out for your bad behavior. Bad behavior exists in every race. Violence exists in every race. And trash, guess what? It exists in every race. Because at the end of the day, your skin color does not make you honorable. Your character does.
Well, she had me at sugar tits, so
you need to get out, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
you need to get out a little bit.
You had me at fuck you. No.
David don't want to be married to her though.
No, she'd be a rough one to hang on to. I'll tell you that right now. Oh man, what is this? Ari Fleischer says England in the 1200s threw out all its Jews. See, because that's what I'm saying. It is character and behavior, but it seems to be. I mean, is the behavior genetic, or is it cultural?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Nurture? Is it nature or nurture?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you something. Now, I had very little to do with my son Ryan's upbringing, right? Yet, he and I are very much alike, even in just our mannerisms and the way we talk and shit. Yeah. It's scary. It was scary, because it's like talking to a younger version of myself, and it's like, holy shit, it's weird.
Yeah. Now you're going through what your dad went through.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and that's what's crazy too, is because I see my dad and myself all the time now as I'm older. Yeah. And wow, is it ever since I've been using this cane? Because I'm like, holy shit, man. I catch a reflection of myself and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just like that old man. Look at that.
Well, then I had an idea for a business right quick, Sob. You can do canes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, then there's cases where like
this one here is really cool. It was got at the drugstore, right? Yeah. It's good. It's quality. It was like $25, something like that. Anyway, it's got this little push ball thing so that you can adjust the height. And I'm looking at this fucking thing and the amount of holes in it, and I'm like, how tall is the son of a bitch that's got to use that last hole?
Right.
Yeah, I mean that blows my mind right there. I'm like, holy shit, man, you'd have to be really tall to use that.
Probably like, 7 foot.
So at least they've got everybody in mind, and that's very kind of them.
Absolutely.
How many 7 foot people do you know?
Not too many.
Man. Yeah, well, my son's what? My other son, Corey, he's 6'6" 6'7", I think.
That's pretty
6'7", 6'8", something like that.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, he's got these big ass boat feet. A big tall motherfucker. That's for real. Yeah, he's a Nephilim. I always call him a Nephilim.
A Nephilim.
Yeah.
Well, they're real. Whether you like it,
They
or
are
not.
real. No, they're real, but I don't
Oh,
think they came off.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You see my last name is Kane. Yeah, I don't know.
Could be.
It could be your descendants, brother. Yeah.
It could be my ancestors. I'm their antecedent. I'm the antecedent of. Am I the antecedent of Cain?
Well, yeah, but how did they manage to get on the ark? That's my question.
Well, that was easy. You saw that Russell Crowe movie, right?
Yeah,
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. That movie, come on, that movie.
That was pretty fucking wackadoodle, wasn't it?
It was.
The rocks were the weirdest part, I think.
Yeah, they had the Watchers depicted as rocks.
Rocks, yeah.
And I think that was metaphorical for them having been cast into the earth. You know, I don't know.
That was hard to watch after seeing him in Gladiator, which I really love.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe in Gladiator, and then to see that movie, I'm like, come on.
Like, oh my God, I didn't know Noah had a fucking mental breakdown. That's
Not
crazy.
that it matters. He's a fucking actor, so whatever. But.
Well, you know what happened when he got drunk. Yeah.
Didn't he beat up a hotel person with a fucking telephone or something? One time he like smacked some hotel clerk with a fucking telephone in the face.
I don't remember that.
Did he really?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he got in trouble for that.
I liked Master and Commander. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I like his movies, man. I like them.
Yeah, they're good.
Who's that guy? There's another one that I like. Anything with Frank Grillo. I like Frank Grillo. He's always a good action star.
I never heard of him.
What's that guy's name from the movie? What was it? Law Abiding Citizen. He was out Olympus Down and.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I don't know. I can't remember.
Gerard Butler, isn't that his name? Gerard
Yeah.
Butler. Yeah. Yeah, I like his movies pretty good too.
What was that one? Children of Men. Who was in that one? Was that him?
It might have been
Children of Men.
That was way back in like 2003 or something.
Listen, I'll tell you what. There's something I've learned from watching movies. Like if you're ever in combat, right? Don't ever show a picture of your sweetheart back home to anybody. Don't do it, because you'll die. It's good. You're going to get killed next. That's what happens in every fucking movie. Mm-hmm. The guy will say, "Oh, look, here's my sweetheart back home," you know, and then the next scene is him laying dead with the photograph crumpled up in his bloody hand. You know, it's every time. So I think they should just make it a military regulation that you can't take a picture of your sweetheart back home, even into combat. I think that would minimize casualties.
Don't take a photograph with you when you leave.
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen. He was in Children of Men. Yeah.
Well, Sam, I got to get off. I got things I got to take care of. I'm by myself now, so
yeah.
For a week,
do everything by yourself. That sucks, don't it?
Yeah. Well, when you're used to having somebody in the house, you know what it's like,
right? Yeah, I've been there before. Wife's gone away for the weekend, or you know, sometimes go with the university down to Florida for one of their games or whatever. You know.
Well, we get the free run of the house, but I mean, after a little bit, it gets real quiet. Like,
yeah. Well, see, I'm never really alone. I got these fur babies around all the time, and
all mine passed
away. Listen, I talk to them, man. I do all the time. I talk to them.
Well, you got a stalker dog now. You got your little baby there. She'll be right behind you everywhere.
I don't know where she went off to. She probably went downstairs. She probably went downstairs to be with mom. She's fickle that way. She'll come back up here after a while though, because once I get off of here, which I'm going to do here in just a minute myself, anyways.
Yeah, you've been going about 3 hours now, haven't you?
Yeah. It's good enough.
Yeah,
it's good enough. My hip is getting better. It is getting better. So, a week and a half later, I I was able to actually walk down the hallway a little bit without the cane. It still hurts, but I can do it. I'm noticing that I'm able to do movements that I wasn't able to do before. So I'm just going to keep stretching it and doing what I'm doing, and I think everything's going to be good. I'm hoping by this weekend I should be okay, because I got shit that I want to do, and this is really kind of pissing me off. It does. It makes me angry. I'm starting to understand why old people are grumpy.
They're hurting, right? Is that what it is?
That's what I believe it comes from. Yeah, 100%. All right. So everybody, thank you for coming up. Shifted Reality, Roger, D-Man, and everybody showed up over here in chat. And once again, shout out to Valley Parks. I'm going to go in here and watch that FE Nations video on that he did just a little while ago. I think it's about 40 minutes long, if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look.
Everybody that knew her came on and gave their.
Oh, it's an hour and a half. Yeah, she was. I tried to go into it with StreamYard through the one I'm on, right? So I could stream it to here, and it wouldn't work.
Huh.
I couldn't get it to do it. I don't know why.
You used to be able to share streams on StreamYard, and I can do it on Restream when I go into people's stuff. I don't
know. Maybe I just don't know how to do it. Yeah. I don't fuck with this stuff a whole lot. Just what I got going, I mean, the things that, what I pull up and that kind of thing. But as far as like cross streaming and shit like that, I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I heard from Jaden. Remember Jaden? That NWO Slayer. The kid.
Oh yeah.
He's doing good. I need to get him a book. He wants to get Adam Meekin's Splatter book. He wants me to buy it and send it to him in jail.
How long has he got to be in there now?
Oh, he's got another 3 or 4 years left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna suck.
He's in prison. He's in prison then.
Yeah. He's in Florida, and they make you serve like so much of your sentence. They give you like no matter what behavior or whatnot, you got to serve a certain amount. So,
what did he get locked up for?
I'm not really sure the whole story, man. I don't want to tell it without letting him know. But it wasn't too bad, but it's bad enough. Yeah.
Is it like Well, anyways, I'm just.
It had something to do with substance. Let's put it that way. That's
of course it is. Yeah, substance. Of course, they lock him up for that. Yeah.
So it's not he really didn't commit a crime.
Well,
he
violated he
violated a policy, right?
Yeah. But I mean, somebody did get they didn't get really maimed, but they got hurt in the process. So there was somebody who did get hurt.
Oh, okay.
Involved in it. Yeah.
Left a victim. That's a different story.
That's a different story. Yeah.
Well, you learn from those mistakes, don't you, Saab?
Oh, I reckon.
Yeah. I hope
do you though?
Yeah. If you're in jail.
Experience keeps a dear school, but a fool shall learn from no other.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
I've had similar experiences, but luckily the law didn't get involved. So.
Right.
Yeah, but Jaden, I think he's definitely rooted pretty good now, and he's learned his lesson long time ago.
That's good. That's good, man. Yeah.
But you can't take some things back once you do
them. That's true. That's true. Yeah, you have to live with it. Yep.
I have a rather sour history with the police and law enforcement. However, I've never committed an actual crime. I've never.
Well, I heard somebody say you were a felon, Saab, and you had a dangerous weapon, and you might come over and get him when he comes to the States. You remember
dangerous felon? No, I was a nondescript felon, and once my sentence was served, my rights were restored.
Oh, yeah. There you
That's
go.
how that works.
It's expunged, right?
Yeah.
No, well, it's I don't know if they expunge it or not, but I actually no, they must not, because I got brought up on charges for that, buying a gun, and they came up on they brought up charges on me, and I had the statute in my favor, that said that no, it's a nondescript felony that I had, and once all your fines are paid, your sentence is served, your probation is up, and everything, your rights are restored. That's how that works. And I won with that. So
good.
Had to give me my gun.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. That's
one thing we're guaranteed in this country.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really asking nobody's fucking permission anyways.
Good one.
Yeah, I really don't need
yes,
to do
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
It sounds like an infringement to me.
Oh, that would be a good thing. A gun cane. There you go.
I thought that with this. What if it was like a single shot 12 gauge shotgun?
Didn't the Penguin have that in Batman?
Something like that.
Umbrella.
Oh, it's been thought of. They got canes that have swords in the handles and all kinds of crazy
Somebody
stuff.
had something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch a 007 movie, you'll find all kinds of toys.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
007.
Hats that cut
Yeah.
people's heads off and shit. Hats you can throw and they stick in shit. It's really quite a fiasco. All from that guy, that old man in the basement who made weird shit. Anyway, I'm going to roll off here, guys. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming up. Don't forget, folks, as we always say on this show, don't forget the Lord loves a working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And it's better to shit in the sink than to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time. Good night.